Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live to Wayne Hills High School here in Wayne, New Jersey for this North Jersey football matchup between your Wayne Hills Patriots and the Passaic Valley Hornets. I'm John Vittas, joined tonight with Jared Pohl and Matt Klarberg. Guys, this is one of the premier matchups in North Jersey here tonight. Passaic Valley having a turnaround season after only one win a year ago is 5-2 to start the year. Wayne Hills on the flip side, 5-1. Their only loss came down in Florida. So a 5-game winning streak, all of those wins coming here in the state of New Jersey. They've climbed to number 1 in the NorthJersey.com rankings. So you have the top-ranked Patriots team as far as public schools in North Jersey go against a Passaic Valley team who is in the same league as well as the same group heading into the postseason. So postseason implications for both these teams here tonight in what is a very good matchup.
Oh, for sure. This is definitely going to be a very great game, and it's very important for Hills because they need to win this game in order to, prepare for the next coming weeks. And not only that, Passaic Valley, if they lose this game, there's a very good chance they might not even make the postseason.
Also, to mention on what Jared's saying, Passaic Valley, they're in the bottom of their the North Jersey power points with only 60. Wayne Hills, I believe, has 87. We'll show that graphic later. And Wayne Hills doing a great job so far for the season. As John said, 5-1, only losses to Pahokee in Florida. And they just got to keep rolling and keep winning games and lead into the playoffs.
Like we said, these two teams in the same group. They're both in Group 4. We'll take a look at the power points while we have a second here prior to kickoff. Both of these teams fighting for playoff contention. You see Wayne Hills currently the 4 seed. The top 8 teams, the ones listed on your screen, would make the playoffs if the season ended today. Passaic Valley there at the bottom of the screen, tied for the 7 seed right now. Randolph, who's in the 9 slot, has 53 points. It's likely that Passaic Valley would get jumped for one of those final spots in the playoffs if they lose this game. So it gets a little bit complicated. We're going to get into the power points in a minute, but this game's a little bit more important for Passaic Valley because they only have one more game after tonight, and that's going to be against a very tough Irvington team. They'll also play Milburn, so 2 more games after tonight. One very winnable game, but they're probably going to have to win one of the 2 between Wayne Hills and Irvington. A couple of teams with 1 loss or less this season. Wayne Hills obviously playing for seeding right now. It's looking pretty likely that they'll be in, but they have a tough schedule too. So on a night like that, guys, how much does that extra motivation for PV factor in?
For PV, winning this game and winning any games from now on is huge for them. They have that motivation to go on because if they don't win, very likely that they don't make the playoffs, which is huge for them. Coming off last year, not having a great season, this year 4-2.
So
yeah, every game coming up, it's a playoff atmosphere. I mean, if they lose, it's like getting knocked out of the playoffs. So every single down, every single play is going to count.
So we mentioned power points. We just saw the standings. Wayne Hills currently the 4 seed. PV currently tied for the 7 seed. They become very important this time of year with only 2 or 3 games left on the schedule in the regular season. We have a very detailed explanation from Gabe Gatesman, who's a junior here at Wayne Hills, on how those power points shake out. Listen closely.
PowerPoint calculation procedure. 1. Quality points. Each school will receive the following quality points for a winner or tie from the first 8 games. A win is 6 points, a tie is 3 points, and a loss is 0 points. 2. Group points. Each school will receive group points from a team that defeated or tied from the first 8 games. Group 5 is 5 points, Group 2 is 2 points, Group 4 is 4 points, Group 1 is 1 point, and Group 3 is 3 points. Games involving a team playing its 8th game against a team playing its 9th. The team playing its 9th game, Team B, will be ineligible for quality group and residual points. The team playing its 8th game, Team A, will be eligible for full quality and group points, while its residual points will be calculated off Team B's first 8 games as follows. If Team A wins, it will receive residual points for Team B's victories and ties minus 3 points. If Team A loses, it will receive residual points for Team B's victories minus 1 point. If the game between Teams A and B results in a tie, the Team A will receive residual points from Team B's victories and ties minus 1.5 points. Residual points. Each team will receive residual points from one of the categories below based on the result of the game. A. Each school will receive residual points from the team they defeated. For each win or tie your opponent has from the first 8 games, you receive the following. A win is 3 points, a tie is 1.5 points, and a loss is 0 points. B. Each school will receive residual points for a team they tied. For each win or tie your opponent has from the first 8 games, you will receive the following. A win is 1.5 points, a tie is 0.75 points, and the loss is 0 points. Note, no points will be awarded when calculating residual points when your game is at the opponent's only tie, since you have already been awarded points for that tie. C. Each school will receive residual points from the team they lost to. For each win your opponent has defeated, not including your game, from the first 8 games you receive the following. A win is 1 point, a tie is 0 points, and a loss is 0 points.
Crystal clear, guys, right? I mean, I don't know what kind of confusion there might be after such a great video like that.
Yeah, Gabe Gatesman, everyone knows him around school as kind of an evil genius. He knows everything about anything, and he's just so smart, and explaining it like that is very interesting to me.
So now you were mentioning to me that there's some complicated factors. Obviously, we just listened to what Gabe had to say about PowerPoints, and we can wait on Monday morning for the polls to come out and see where everybody kind of lies after this week. But Wayne Valley is Wayne Hills' next opponent, and seeding between those two teams very important. Right now, Wayne Hills is ahead of the Indians in the standings and the rankings, but that's not necessarily how it'll shake out in the PowerPoints.
Well, although that Wayne Valley has about 45 more points than Wayne Hills does as PowerPoints, Wayne Hills is still the #1 seed in Group 4 North Jersey. The reason for that is because PowerPoints only take part when it's ranked, not rankings, but seeding when it goes into the playoffs, and also for home field advantage. So Wayne Hills this week and next week, they win. They won't have to go away for the first round against playoffs against Irvington.
So a top 4 seed is the key because 8 teams make it. The top 4 teams will get a home game in the quarterfinals before moving on to the semifinals. Now that's a tough group because Wayne Hills is ranked as the #1 public school team in North Jersey, but they might not necessarily get a #1 seed even though they're #1 in the rankings, as the rankings are just the human evaluation of all the teams in the group. So even if Wayne Hills stays at #1 for the rest of the season, they might not be the #1 seed in the playoffs. There's no voting, there's no panel that's deciding this. It's not the newspaper writers that are deciding the seeds, it's the PowerPoint. So things could get very messy later in the season, especially as Wayne Hills and Irvington and Passaic Valley and Wayne Valley all play against each other.
Very true. Also, Wayne Hills, one of our next opponents, I believe in a week, will be Irvington. Irvington for us is a huge game because they last week beat Wayne Valley, and that's how they only have their 1 loss. And they're also high in the PowerPoints and in our group, so they're a very important team for us to beat coming up in these next few weeks.
So guys, going into tonight's game, this is a Wayne Hills offense which has had a week to rest. They're coming off of a bye. They really handled Passaic Valley, who used to be a bitter rival, but Wayne Hills with a very comfortable 42-14 win 2 weeks ago. Brendan DeVera, 5 touchdowns through the air. This is an offense that's clicking on all cylinders. Aside from their skill players, what do you want to see from either the defense or the offensive line to know that this team is a well-rounded team that deserves to be the #1 team in North Jersey?
Well, what you want to see, especially on the offensive side, you want to see their line really create holes for their running backs to get the running game going, because when the running game gets going, it really helps the passing game. Not only that, their defensive line really need to get some pressure on the QB, as pressure on the quarterback makes them make mistakes and could really help the game.
Also, when the offensive line for Wayne Hills, they block more and they don't let the defense for Passaic Valley get in. Then it gives more time for Brendan DeVera to scramble if he needs to or make a good pass to someone deep if one of the Hags is downfield or anything like that.
Well, we're just moments away from kickoff. Wayne Hills and Passaic Valley, 5-1 team versus a 5-2 team, one of the premier matchups in North Jersey here on Friday night. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the Wayne Hills introductions and the national anthem. It's the Patriots and the Hornets after this.
Let us comply with these simple requests. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the game.
offense or defense right now? It alternates in every game.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now introduce the Wayne Hills Patriot starting defensive lineup. At defensive end, number 57, Jason Modak, number 57. At defensive tackle, number 65, Danny Musa, number 65. At defensive tackle, number 69, Omar Kokovo, number 69. At defensive end, number 54, Kai Sally, number 54. At linebacker, number 7, Brendan DeVera, number 7. At linebacker, number 53, Tyler Costello, number 53. At linebacker, number 63, Mike Zaccone, number 63. At linebacker, number 8, Chris Osterla, number 8. At cornerback, number 19, Tyler Hayek, number 19. At cornerback, number 5, Dom DiCarlo, number 5. And at safety, number 18, Hunter Hayek, number 18. And let's welcome the rest of the Patriot squad. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight, we are very pleased to have the 8th grade band members from Skylar Colfax and Anthony Wayne here with us. And they will join in playing the national anthem under the direction of Matt Paterno and Eddie Essie.
The national anthem here at Patriot Stadium in Wayne, New Jersey. John Vittas joined tonight with Jared Pohl and Matt Klarberg. Guys, an exciting game here at Wayne Hills. A couple of easier victories for the Patriots the last 2 weeks. Comfortable wins over both Passaic Valley and Millburn. Should be a different story here tonight. This is a strong, fast, and physical Passaic Valley Hornets team going up against the #1 ranked team in North Jersey, the Wayne Hills Patriots, playing under the lights here at home. One of the bigger games of the regular season for Wayne Hills. You see the captains meeting at midfield for the coin toss, guys, as everything gets ratcheted up here for a big kickoff. What are the biggest things you guys are looking for from this team? You've seen them a little bit more than I have over the past couple of years. A lot of seniors, especially on offense. What do you expect to see energy-wise out of the gates from a team like this?
Well, I really expect to see a lot of speed coming out of the gate. I think that Hills is going to try to set the tempo coming up quick, especially with their wide receivers. They have three-headed monster over there with Evidence and the Hayek brothers.
A lot of skill players on offense for Wayne Hills, as Jared just mentioned. A couple of big-time receivers. Great quarterback as well in Brendan DeVera. What a streak DeVera has going right now. 15 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions over his last 4 games. In those 4 games, at least 12 completions and at least 215 yards of passing. So a lot of yardage through the air for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, talking about Brendan DeVera, he's such a great athlete and a great football player. What people don't even know is that he's also a defender and he leads the team in tackles. And he's the starting quarterback for the Wayne Hills team. So just showing how outstanding of an athlete he is and a player and the great job he does for Wayne Hills.
DeVera, like you said, leads the team in tackles. He's going to college to play defense. So that tells you all you need to know about DeVera, the dual threat quarterback for Wayne Hills, who, by the way, also has over 300 yards on the ground and 5 rushing touchdowns this season. So look for number 7 in maroon to be all over the field tonight for the Patriots. You see Walt Johnson, the longtime special teams coach for Wayne Hills, getting the guys fired up at midfield. It looks like it'll be Hornets ball to start things off here. Wayne Hills in their home maroon uniforms, and the Passaic Valley Hornets, a team in transition, overachieving to an extent this year, a 5-2 record under a former NFL coach. The head coach is Chet Parlavecchio in his second season, spent time with the Tennessee Titans, returning to Little Falls for his second stint as the PV head coach. He left the program in 1998 to pursue a professional coaching career, and here he is back at the high school level in his hometown of Little Falls. We're here in Wayne for kickoff as Wayne Hills will give the football over to the Hornets to start things off. Underway from Wayne Hills. Kickoff to be returned from inside the 10. Again, PV in the white moving from right to left. And right off the bat, it looks like it's Vincenzo Brigatti, number 2 on the return. He's also the lead tailback for Passaic Valley. We'll say his name a lot throughout the night.
As you can see, number 22, Luca Grave, with a nice kick on the play. As you know, he's also the running back for the team, leading in rushing yards and also touchdowns as a running back.
So the starters for Wayne Hills on defense, on the defensive line, Kai Sally, Omar Skadaibov, Jason Modak, Danny Musa, the front 4 for Wayne Hills. I formation to start the night for Passaic Valley, and eaten up, loss of 2, maybe even 3. And a good start for the Wayne Hills defense. You see the linebacker Mike Zaccone coming out fired up. He is a starter along with Brendan DeVera, Tyler Costello, and Chris Pusterla. That's the linebacking core. In the secondary for Wayne Hills, Dom DeCarlo, Hunter Hayek, and Tyler Hayek. Number 19, Tyler Hayek, is headed to Rutgers to play safety. So look out for number 19 on defense. He also plays receiver on the other side of the ball.
Talking about this Wayne Hills defense, John talked about Mike Zaccone before. He's a big name you'll hear all game. He started last year and he's starting again this year. Great player for the team.
And swallowed up again. An even bigger loss this time. Knock him back 4 yards. A host of Patriots getting in there. Zaccone in on the play. Same with Tyler Costello. And, of course, the defensive line pushing back the Hornets offense. It's going to be a 3rd and 17 after 2 conventional running plays on the first 2 plays from scrimmage for Passaic Valley.
As you can see, guys, Wayne Hills is coming out of the gate hard, and they want this win. They want to push Passaic Valley back and then not let them get the power points and keep that number 1 seed.
And they're punting on 3rd down. Interesting. This one's going to bounce inside the Wayne Hills 35. Obviously, the Patriots had nobody back to return the punt. So there's an interesting strategy. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. 3rd and 17, you're probably not going to get the first down, and you can get a little bit of a roll with no return man back there. I don't think the Hornets forgot what down it was. We're only 2 plays into the game, but they punt on 3rd down, and they get some nice net yardage out of it.
Not a very conventional play there by the Hornets, but actually not a bad strategy. They were 3rd and 17, so not a great shot of them getting a first down. So instead of giving Wayne Hills and Luca Grave a chance to return the ball, they sent them back at about the 29-yard line.
So here is the high-octane Wayne Hills offense. 34 points or more in 4 straight games. Quick shovel. Luca Grave has some space. First down and more. Dragging Sean Benford, the defensive back, across the 40, all the way out to the Wayne Hills 46-yard line. That's a gain of 16 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
Luca Grave, an unbelievable athlete and running back. This kid runs unbelievable. He'll get through any gap you give him.
Grave, a season-high 173 yards on the ground in the team's last game against Passaic Valley. That came on only 18 carries. He tacked on 52 receiving yards as well. He is the go-to tailback for the Patriots. Grave, number 22. DeVera in the shotgun, working with 2 receivers to the right. They gave to Grave again. Between the tackles, squirts through all the way towards the sticks. That's a gain of 9. It'll set up a 2nd and 1 for Wayne Hill.
Grave broke another tackle. He got through that line doing a great job like he always does, and almost gets a first down on something that looked like Wayne Hills was going to gain 0 yards.
Very patient runner. You don't see that from high school running backs very often, but he's able to keep his balance, stay on his feet, and eventually find some space.
He definitely has a lot of vision coming from the line. That's why he keeps on breaking out of those tackles and going further down the field.
2nd and 1, Hill stays in the shotgun. PV showing blitz off both edges. They come. DeVera going to launch one deep down the field. Njoku's got a step. He makes the catch inside the 10 and into the end zone. Evidence Njoku. A 45-yard touchdown reception, and right out of the gates, Wayne Hills has 6.
3 plays and about 72 yards for Wayne Hills. An unbelievable job right out of the gate. Evidence Njoku getting open on the blitz. DeVera making a great pass leading him, and there's no shot at stopping at that 6'6" wide receiver going to the University of Miami.
Njoku had 2 touchdowns in their last game against Passaic Valley in the first quarter alone, and again on the first drive, Wayne Hills goes to their 6'4" wide receiver. Dario Cerny on for the extra point, and it is good. 7-0 Wayne Hills. DeVera, quick 3-step drop. The pressure never had a chance to get there, and a perfect throw to Evidence Njoku, 40 yards downfield, and Wayne Hills making a statement right out of the gates. 2 weeks to prepare for this game, and it's showing.
And
Sorry, Jared.
with a really strong run defense so far, and also their offense has been really hot. What do you think Passaic Valley's telling their players to do? I mean, they don't want to lose the game before it even started.
And this is a major shot to the mouth for the Hornets. This is a team that won one game all of last year. Passaic Valley 5-2 this year. They're coming off a couple of massive wins, blowout victories, 43-7 over Belleville, 40-0 over Indian Hills. Those are not powerhouse opponents, but you got to think that Passaic Valley came in here with a lot of confidence, and Wayne Hills has completely blown them away on both sides of the ball on the first two possessions. So a statement start for Wayne Hills, as they look like the well-rested team right now.
Even though Passaic Valley is rolling on a few wins, Wayne Hills has been rolling the past 5 games, and they're such a hard team to beat with all their talent and everything they put into the game.
So the kickoff is a low line drive fielded by Brigatti inside the 10, cutting to the far side now across the 20, and gang tackled Mike Zaccone in there on that stop as well across the 25. So let's see if the PV offense can do a little more this time. Only 2 plays, and they punted on 3rd and 17 as the quarterback Chris Watkins will run the offense for the Hornets. Watkins, a 5'8 senior, playing again under a former NFL head coach for the Hornets, Chet Parlavecchio. Spent time with the Tennessee Titans and now back into the high school ranks. Watkins under center, 3 receivers here on 1st and 10 from the PV 26. They run a bubble screen to the right. Good move by the receiver, picks up 1.
Good tackle there by the team leading in tackles, Brendan DeVera, getting there, not letting the wide receiver get a lot of yards. Good stop. As you can see, Brendan is on the screen, number 7. A very large player, huge force for the Wayne Hills team. A great job done this whole season.
Jair San Juan on the reception there. Wayne Hills defense very disciplined as always. Over the years they've been led by their linebacking unit. Usually tough guys in there. They run 4 linebackers, 4 defensive linemen as well. So they'll pack the box and force you to throw it down the field, which a lot of high school teams can't do. Handoff right side, nothing doing there. The running back is able to squirt through for a gain of 3 yards or so. Look like Brigatti on the carry, maybe number 3, Jake Abdi. A 2-headed monster at running back for Passaic Valley. Brigatti over 500 yards on the year, and Abdi with over 300, 12 touchdowns between the two of them. So this is a PV team that will run the football.
Here in 3rd down, with the positioning that Passaic Valley has, Wayne Hills is thinking that they're going to throw the ball. If they run, it'll be a surprise, so let's see what they got here.
They do have an I formation, but 3 receivers. Back to pass is Watkins. A long drop, looking for the screen. Hitting Abdi in the flat is Watkins, but it's going to be short. Was able to get to the sideline and pick up 2, but it looks like it's going to be 4th and 3, and so the Hornets will have to punt. That was a blown-up screen there, and Abdi did a good job to improvise and get open, but not much doing there. A passing play for maybe 2 or 3 yards, and PV going to have to punt.
PV has only had five plays so far on offense, so Wayne Hills is rolling right now. They're forced to punt for a 2nd time in the past 4 minutes and 23 seconds, so great job there by the Wayne Hills defense and offense.
A bad snap, but handled by the punter, Steve Lucia. There's a bouncer inside the Wayne Hills 35 and down right there, although a flag flies. Not sure who that will be on, but it came right around the spot of the ball. That was touched up by Sean Benford, number 8. Or check that, number 9, Hunter Fortier of PV. Ball placed at the Wayne Hills 35, but we'll see what the penalty's about. And it's going to be against Wayne Hills, so they'll back him up.
Personal foul against the Patriots.
Well, we saw some pushing and shoving on the first punt between a few different players, and I guess Wayne Hills getting too physical that time, and they call him for a 15-yard personal foul, so that'll back them up to their own 20.
I think for that first play that PV did to punt without having in a formation a punt that to Wayne Hills it was kind of a slap in the face. They're just not giving them a shot at any type of offense. But even though they had that, they were pushed back to the 30. They still managed to score in three drives.
So more yardage to get for Wayne Hills now. 1st and 10 from their own 20. DeVera back to work for the Patriots, now with 18 passing touchdowns on the season, and this is Wayne Hills' 7th game. He averages 187 yards per game through the air. Tyler Hayek in motion. They give him the handoff, gets inside the stock block, and now fights forward. A gain of 4 yards for Tyler Hayek, who coming into the day did not have a single carry on the year, so he gets the end around there on 1st down.
Not a usual play there for senior Tyler Hayek, but give him a shot, see what he could do run. He's a very fast runner. He's also a track star, along with his 2 brothers and Luca Grave.
Well, we've seen them run that play with Hunter Hayek, his brother, number 18, who is the Patriots' leading receiver. So we'll see number 18 and number 19 throughout the night. You see them there at the top of your screen. Both seniors, along with the senior quarterback, the senior running back. Evidence Njoku, the 3rd receiver, also a senior. Here's Grave on the give, and he's upended after a gain of maybe 3. So it'll set up 3rd down for Wayne Hills from their own 27 with 3 yards to get.
A hard tackle there on Luca Grave. It seemed to me that he was flipped over onto his back, but he's such a tough player and a tough kid that he gets up and he keeps going no matter what.
Well, Grave over 2,500 career rushing yards, as well as 28 touchdowns. That was his 100th carry of the season. 3rd and 3, DeVera in the gun. They rush 5, throws to the left. He's got the screen wide open. 1st down and more, and cutting across the 35 and close to the 40 is Tyler Hayek. The 6'4 senior has his 10th catch of the year. That'll move the chains to gain of about 10.
Good job there by Tyler Hayek to find an opening and not only get a 1st down, but to get about 7 extra yards. A great job done by him. And a good pass by Brennan DeVera. See him there open with a good shot.
Well, good design on that play from Wayne Hills. John Jacobs, the offensive coordinator, implementing the spread offense here at Wayne Hills the past couple of seasons. And a well-designed play with PV bringing pressure. So 1st and 10 from the Patriots 37, already leading by a touchdown tonight. Grave to DeVera's right. They're going to run the keeper for him. Grave out blocking. DeVera trying to get the edge, and he stopped for no gain. Good pursuit by the Passaic Valley linebacking group. That was Brigatti, the running back, getting in there to make the tackle. He's a defensive back as well.
He's definitely a name you're going to hear throughout the game, both on offense making plays and defense.
DeVera, who does a lot of damage on the ground, not much to do there. Averaging close to 9 yards per carry on the season. So 2nd and 10, he's in a shotgun again. They fake the give to Grave, now rolling left, looking deep. He lobs one over the head of the intended receiver, incomplete. Looking for Chris Ruby that time. Looked like they were thinking about Njoku deep down the field, but with the pressure coming, DeVera went for the shorter receiver and overshot Ruby.
I think for the fans in the stand, it's hard for us to see what Brennan DeVera is thinking because Evidence Njoku does appear to be open downfield with no one on him, but you don't know who's coming at Brennan DeVera. It's hard to tell, and it was probably a good read by him. He does do a great job at that all season long.
So this is a 3rd and 10, and they might back him up even more.
It looked like someone jumped.
It's actually going to be on the defense, so it'll be 3rd and 5. They blew that one dead before the snap. Wayne Hills half as close now. 3rd and 5 from their own 42. 4 receivers set. Grave, the running back, is going to split out wide to the left. It looks like they're going to keep Ruby in the black field to block. So 3rd down for the Patriots. DeVera looking left, throwing to the flat, and it's incomplete. Looking for Hunter Hayek. And Wayne Hills will have to punt. You don't see them do this much. A team that, like we said, has scored at least 34 points 4 straight weeks. And so the quarterback, DeVera, now will punt it away.
Low pass there from Brendan. Maybe it slipped out of his hand. It is wet out, so you never know what happened during that play.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned it yet. It's been raining on and off throughout the day. The field is very slick. Not raining at the moment, which has helped this crowd fill in comfortably. but the field is very slick. Devera, the left-footed kick, and it is a beauty. That'll chase the return man back inside the 10, and he fumbled the football. It's loose in the end zone, picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to say he's down at the 1, perhaps. No doubt that Wayne Hills recovered it. That was Hunter Hayek, the gunner on the recovery, who swooped in there nicely to pick it up. It's either going to be first and goal from the 1 or a touchdown for Wayne Hills.
Definitely heads-up play by Hunter Haig there. It was a really good job by him. Saw that the Turner muffed the ball to jump on it immediately.
It was Hunter Fortier, number 9, on the muff, who was backing up, lost his footing, and it hit him. I can't imagine there's any debate on whether it hit him.
Great job there by number 18, Hunter Haig, getting in there really fast, reading that the receiver was not able to get the ball. He lost his footing. He ran right in there, got the ball, and almost had the touchdown.
And right now, their officials have come over to talk to Wayne Demikoff, the Wayne Hills head coach, and it looks like they are going to wave off a potential score. Now, I'm not quite sure why. And they're going to give it to PV. I don't understand this call. I mean, Fortier never had the football, and they're calling it a touchback. So I guess they're saying that Fortier never touched it, and Wayne Hills recovered it in the end zone, which would be a touchback. So surprised by that call. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers on first down, and the give is up the middle, not much there. So a huge break for Passaic Valley. Could have been down 2 scores, but instead we're kind of back to the status quo.
Seemed to be a touchdown there for Hunter Haig. Obviously, it looked like to us that the receiver hit the ball his right hand as he fell down and hit him, and then it went in the end zone. Hunter Haig slid in there and got the ball. But
now, I thought it got 48 maybe on the hip or the midsection, but I thought it hit him somewhere. Apparently, his fall backwards helped him miss the football. 2nd and 9. I formation again. Back to passes. Watkins wide open is the tight end over the middle. Blown coverage. First down and more. Rumbling downfield is Quinn Daniel, and finally wrestled down at the Wayne Hills 20. A 61-yard hookup from Watkins to Matt Yeager. 89, on the reception. So Matt Yeager, the tight end, rumbling downfield. The safety went the wrong way, and Yeager was wide open, and Watkins hit him.
It's some blown coverage right there by the Wayne Hill secondary. They need to tighten that up.
So they ran 3 different pass catchers to different directions, and the safety went to the wideout rather than the tight end. So Yeager, a 61-yard reception, 1st and 10 from the 20. Handoff to the left, fumble! The ball is on the ground. Wayne Hills might have it.
Fumble on the play.
The officials come together to unwrap the pile. And it's Patriots ball. Jason Modak, number 57, on the recovery, and the Patriots take over. So they do get the turnover after all. It's 80 yards the other direction, but Wayne Hills will take it.
a great job there by Jason Modak and the Wayne Hills defense to get in there, force a fumble, and get the ball back after that tough play, about 62 yards for number 89, the tight end for Passaic Valley. So great job there overall.
So back where we were just a few moments ago, Wayne Hills right around their own 20, leading by 7. Two receivers to the near side right. Devera will hand it off to Grave, pushing through blockers, now breaking free. Luca Grave into the secondary, 20 yards and more across midfield. Oh, Grave again, patient off left side, and breaking into the secondary, making guys miss. That's about a 25-yard run on first down.
Great job by number 22, Luca, who's shown on the screen right now, making it to get a hole and getting past the defense and breaking a bunch of tackles.
We'll call it 28 yards for Grave, first and 10 from the PV 48. Devera throws to the right. This is Hunter Hayek. He makes the catch. Gets past the defender and then horse collared down. Tack on more yardage. It's a gain of 9, and they'll tack on more for the penalty.
Screen pass complete to Hunter
So there's Hayek's first reception of the night. That would be Hunter, 5'11" senior with his team-high 37th catch on the year. Leads Wayne Hills with 571 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 of them in the team's last game up in Passaic Valley.
A very obvious personal foul there by number 2, Brigatti, who's also the running back. Very obviously had a horse collar, but different play here on the field from the referees.
So it's also going to be holding on Wayne Hills, so the penalty's offset. And they're going to replay first down. Not sure why it's first down rather than a 2nd and 1. Especially with the defensive foul being the more significant one. But they're going to just do it over. 1st and 10 from the PV 48 again. So wipe out the reception to Hunter Hayek. Hayek with 6 catches for 109 yards last week against Passaic Valley. Wayne Hills playing the other PV here tonight. Oh, we'll do it again. Rivera gonna keep it. Great read by the defensive end there. Number 64, Jonathan Sanchez. Or check it, 54, Nick D'Amico on a very nice defensive play. Rivera fell forward for a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. So this PV defense standing tall now after a rough start, but still only down by 1 score.
Wayne Hills looking for a score here, whether it's a long pass or a handoff to Luca Grave.
Rivera looks to the right. He's got Njoku, but it's batted down. Looked like Abdi on the deflection.
Good defensive play there by Abdi, number 3, to get up and swat down the ball. Looked like Njoku had an opening on the right side. So good defensive play there. Wayne Hills, 3rd down, looking for a first here.
So all of a sudden, Wayne Hills, a 5-1 team, getting some resistance from a New Jersey opponent. The last 2 weeks were easy for Wayne Hills. 42-14 win up at Passaic Valley and a 56-0 win in their last home game against Milburn. 3rd and 9. Rivera rolling to the right, looking to the middle of the field. He's got Tyler Hayek. The catch is made. 1st down and more. Tyler taken down at the PV 34. That's a gain of 13 yards, and the Patriots will move the chains.
Good job there by quarterback Brendan Rivera to scramble even though there was pressure on him. Another good job by Tyler Hayek, to get open and get a 1st down for Wayne Hills.
So the first 2 Hayek connections go to Tyler. And 1st and 10 from the 34 for Rivera and company. Handoff, Grave has some space and wrestled down inside the 30-yard line. 6-yard carry for Grave and a nice run on 1st down to set up 2nd and 4. And Grave has had some time to rest throughout the year, averaging 15.5 carries per game, which is a lot, but he's a guy who can handle an even heavier workload if need be.
For sure, he's definitely this team's workhorse, and to get him the ball, definitely because he's a home run threat, especially earlier in the game, would be a really good idea for the Hills team.
They give it to him again. He's got space up the middle, dragged down from behind, and then cleaned up by the secondary. That's enough for a Wayne Hills 1st down. Give him 7 more yards all the way down to the PV 22. So with under 2 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter, Patriots knocking on the door again. Definitely a heavier workload, Jared, this time around for Grave. They haven't needed him as much in certain games this year, but it's going to be a balanced attack tonight. A change of play coming in from the sideline. 2 receivers to the left for Rivera. It's Grave again, and hit hard after a short game. The ball came out at the end, but he is down. Only 3 yards this time, just inside the 20. Wayne Hills into the red zone.
Luca Grave, number 22, seems to just keep pushing through the Passaic Valley defense and getting yards no matter how many it is.
So Wayne Hills now into the red zone, 40 seconds and counting here in the 1st quarter. Hunter Hayek here on the near side. Evidence Njoku is the receiver on the far side. And now a timeout. So Wayne Hills couldn't get on the same page, and they're going to have to burn one here with 22 seconds to go in the first quarter. Guys, we've seen more of Luca Grave tonight than we're used to seeing in the first quarter. De Vera has been given the reins early on in contests this year with the Patriots. He's obviously got the numbers to back it up. But here on 2nd and 8, what are you doing if you're John Jacobs and Wayne Democrat?
I think that the Hills, they've really been able to run the ball, so I say just feed the ball to Luca Grave and see what he does.
You know, even though Luca Grave is having a great game, there's always an option to hit one of the 3 outstanding receivers, Hunter, Tyler Hayek, or Evidence Njoku. So they have 4 options that they could go to right here. And it's all for Coach Jacobs to decide.
And sorry, my bad. This is really why Wayne Hills is ranked number 1, because they have so many weapons to choose from.
No doubt the strength of the unit is the offensive skill players. I mean, you're talking 3 Division I caliber wide receivers, along with a very, very talented tailback and a quarterback that can distribute the football and has a world of physical ability as well. So I'd like to see Hunter Hayek's number called fairly soon. He's their go-to guy. Hasn't had an official catch just yet. And he is here on the near side right. Njoku again, split out wide left. De Vera in the gun on 2nd and 8. Pitch to Grave, and it's blown up. Great tackle made. Number 54, Nick D'Amico, throwing down the Wayne Hills tailback.
Luca Grave tried to break free of number 54's grab, but there was no way there. He had him, and he got a good tackle there.
Well, one thing that Passaic Valley has that that other opponents for the Patriots have not is a large and strong offensive and defensive line, and we're starting to see that play a factor. D'Amico and number 70, Tom Moretta, who we haven't mentioned yet, is their leading tackler as a defensive tackle. So some beef up front for Passaic Valley, and that's starting to become more of a factor. Well, that's the first quarter from Wayne Hills. Patriots leading 7-0 at the end of one. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, Patriots will try and add on to this lead. Welcome back to Wayne Hills High School. I'm John Vittas here with Jared Pohl and Matt Klarberg. Wayne Hills threatening up 7-0. The swing pass is incomplete. PV brought pressure, and they tried to get it to Grave in the flat, and it's incomplete, so it'll be 4th down. From here, it's about a 42-yard field goal, so we'll see what they do. What would you guys do here? 42-yard field goal, 4th and 12. Looks like they're going to give Dario Cerny a chance to knock it through.
Dario Cerny this year for the Wayne Hills kicking team has done an outstanding job, only missing about 2 field goals for extra points. Now 42-yard field goal, that would be his season high, so he's got to put everything he's got into this kick here.
We'll call it a 41-yard attempt. The hold is perfect. The kick is up plenty of distance, and it's wide left. Plenty of distance from Cerny. Probably would have had it from at least 47 yards or so, but wide to the left on that field goal attempt, so the score will remain 7-0.
A very tough kick there for Dario, but a good job done by him to put everything he had into it. As John said, it had the distance, just a little bit off.
Well, the Patriots coaching staff knows Cerny's range, and 41 yards well within it. Just a little bit pulled to the left. Good effort from Cerny, but still 7-0 Wayne Hills, and the Hornets will take over from their own 20. So the senior quarterback, Chris Watkins, under center, will hand it off. Up the middle, there's a hole, squirting through it, and then some is the tailback across the 50-yard line before DeCarlo shoulders him out of bounds. Big run there from Jake Abdi, number 3. Their second tailback, but still very talented. That is a gain of 46 yards. So a huge run gashing through the Wayne Hills defense, and all of a sudden, the Hornets have some life.
Really great job there by the PV running back, number 3, Jake Abdi, to get an opening and get by the Wayne Hills defense. But a good stop at the end by number 5, Don DeCarlo.
Flag flies here. Maybe too many men on the field. Abdi coming into the night, 325 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Tack on 46 on that running play. And now with the penalty, too many men on the field for Wayne Hills, 1st and 5. High formation for PV. There's a carry up the middle. Gain of about 3. That was Brigatti, number 2, on the run. And it'll be 2nd and 2 for PV.
A good tackle there by number 63, Mike Saccone, on the play to make a good play.
Well, just over a minute into the second quarter. And Passaic Valley with a chance to tie the football game. It's Brigatti again, lined up as the tailback. There's a slot man to the left, 2 receivers. They give it to Brigatti, spinning forward towards the sticks, was met behind the line and then able to spin off of it. It's a gain of maybe 1, and it'll be 3rd and a long one for the Hornets. They are also on the edge of field goal range. This would also be about a 42-yard field goal from here.
Good job there on a stop by Wayne Hills defense, and right here is a huge, huge play for Wayne Hills. They let the PV team get a first down that'll be in scoring position, but if not, they'll have to go for a field goal, which is a very tough shot.
This is a long field goal for a high school kicker. Cerny had the distance. Not sure what Luisa for PV has in his arsenal. I formation. They split out 2 receivers, and timeout called for by Passaic Valley. So the head coach for the Hornets, Chet Parlavecchio, knows just how important this play is. And right now, Passaic Valley has seized the momentum, which hasn't happened in a few weeks for Wayne Hills. What do you guys think is necessary for Wayne Hills to get that back? Obviously, besides getting a stop here on 3rd and 1.
Besides a stop right here, I think any type of turnover or big hit, anything, change the momentum like that.
For Wayne Hills right now, as Jared's saying, a big hit or something like that changes momentum. So what happens is if they don't get this 3rd and 1, then they'll have to go for the field goal, because if they punt, then they can't do that here in this positioning. So Wayne Hills gets that ball back with about 70 yards to go for their touchdown. So they'll have to put a good effort in if they make this play here.
So a big 3rd, and we'll even call it 3rd and 2. Looks like Passaic Valley has to get to the Wayne Hills 24. They are at the 26. 9:50 to play in the second quarter. Again, Wayne Hills 5-1 on the season. Passaic Valley 5-2, and the Hornets are playing for their playoff lives. They enter the day as the number 7 seed in Group 4, but if they lose this game, they would likely drop out of the top 8 slots needed to make the postseason. And they have a tough schedule ahead, as do the Patriots. So here we go, 3rd and a long 1. I formation. And they give it to Brigatti, and he's met. Going to be short of the first down, no gain. So 4th and 1.5.
Good stop there by number 53, Tyler Costello, who's been on a huge part of this Wayne Hills defense all game. In the first drive, he made the 2 tackles that forced PV to punt. So great job by him, done by him all day.
Costello and Kai Sally in on that stop. And it looks like the Hornets are going to go for it here on 4th and a long 1. So an even bigger play coming in this game.
And that's a really good aggressive call for Passaic Valley, because if they miss this, Hills could potentially be up by 2, and especially since this is short yardage, they could possibly get this.
4th and 1. They run a play fake. Watkins going to throw. It's complete. First down and more inside the 20. Great hook up there for Passaic Valley. Number 87 not listed on their roster, so not sure who that is, but whoever it is has a first down for the Hornets.
Wayne Hills was not expecting the pass there. Good play action pass by the quarterback, number 11, Watkins. So he did a good job to scramble out of the way and make a good pass, number 87.
A good execution for a senior quarterback who doesn't have all that much size, but they faked the give to both the fullback and the tailback, and then the tight end was opened on the pass. Handoff to the right. Brigatti able to break free and now fight forward. Jumping on his back is Jake Abdi, number 3 on the carry. Good run there on first down. Picks up 5, maybe 6 yards.
Pickup of about 4, 2nd and 6.
So now here on this play, second down, Passaic Valley is on good field positioning about the the 15-yard line, so score would be very possible here for them, and a good momentum going into the next play into the second half.
Well, taking their time, breaking the huddle here on 2nd and 5. Abdi is the tailback again. 2 receivers, and PV is going to have to burn another timeout. Well, we said they took a while getting out of the huddle, probably trying to avoid the delay of game. They'll have to burn their second timeout of the quarter. 7:43 to go here in the second. Very methodical on this drive. You get the feeling that this is the kind of drive that will potentially determine the future of this game, because a touchdown for the Hornets in this game is anybody's contest at 7-7. If Wayne Hills can get a stop here, they might have a chance to really take control. So this has been a long drive for the Hornets. Started at their own 20-yard line. Really jump-started by that 46-yard run from the tailback. And ever since, it's been smaller chunks for the Hornets, but they've been able to move the chains twice.
Wayne Hills here on the second down is looking here to make a huge stop. Not let Passaic Valley Hornets get a big gainage here, getting even closer into the red zone for a touchdown.
So you can see some of that fog starting to set in here at Patriot Stadium. We mentioned a wet day. Rain on and off throughout the day. Nothing that's going to really affect this game, but it is warmer and damp for late October. Temperature right around 70 degrees for the start of this one, diving down into the upper 50s by the end of the night. They run a pitch to Abdi, changes direction back inside, and falls forward for a gain of only 1. So Wayne Hills had that play snuffed out, and we have a 3rd and 4 coming for the Hornets.
Good tackle there and a stop by Tyler Costello. Again, huge defender for Wayne Hills right now, number 53, doing a great job.
Costello, a starting linebacker, 6 foot tall, 215 pounds, better than 30 tackles on the year. He also has an interception.
Tyler Costello is also his first year playing football since freshman year, so him coming off the past 2 off seasons doing a fantastic job.
Talk about well rested. Senior making an impact as a starter. I formation on 3rd down. Here's the handoff. Abdi is met. Dragged down by a couple of Patriots.
Jake Abdi again on the carry.
A few different guys got in there. I think Danny Musa was the first to meet him. But good job by Abdi to spin off of it and get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Maybe a loss of 1. It'll be 4th and 5 for PV.
And it appears that they'll be going for it on 4th down.
Well, they went for it on 4th and 1, about 7 yards behind this spot. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 5. Would be a 32-yard field goal.
I'm sorry to interrupt, John, but going for this play here is a very bold statement, but also a very risky play here, because if they don't get it, it's Wayne Hill's ball.
4th down. Watkins going to throw. Lobs one towards the end zone. The catch is not made. Wayne Hills stops the Hornets, and they'll take over on down. Great defense out there from Wayne Hills. Looked like Dom DiCarlo, the corner, had the receiver absolutely blanketed, and the Patriots will take over on down. Big stop there for Wayne Hills.
Great job by Dom Nicole on the coverage of not letting the receiver, number 8, I believe, Sean Benford, get the touchdown on the play.
So Wayne Hills takes over at their own 15. So a risky call there from the Hornets. Not sure if they didn't have a lot of faith in their kicker or if they really wanted 7, but either way, it didn't work out. Grave gets the handoff, jumps over a fallen player, and gets close to the sticks. So a nice run up the middle from Luca Grave. They give him 8 yards and a good first down play.
As seen on the screen, number 7, Brandon DeVera, and 22, Luca Grave, 2 of the huge key factors for this Wayne Hills offense all season long.
Grave again, off right tackle. He has space, breaks free, and tripped up at about the 38-yard line. So a good run from Luca Grave. That's a 14-yard gain, and the Patriots move the chain.
Really great job again by Luca Grave, number 22. It looked to me as if he might not have tripped up. It might have been he might have hurdled that number 8, I believe, from Passaic Valley team. And done a great job to get more yardage.
Sean Benford, the safety, making the play to save 6. DeVera looks to throw, comes to the near side. Good timing. Hayek gets free, gets a block along the sideline. Tyler Hayek inside the 30, tiptoes the sideline into the open field. Tyler Hayek to the house. Pitch and catch. Hayek does the rest. DeVera on the pass, and Wayne Hills leads by 2 scores.
A great job there by number 19, Tyler Hayek, to break about 3 tackles, and his brother make a huge block for him to give him the opening and get the possibility of scoring.
Yeah, that was definitely all Tyler on that play. You could see that he is definitely a track star. He's so fast and able to break those tackles. Very impressive play.
So much balance. Able to change directions a couple of times. Shook off the corner, then got through the safety, got a block from his brother, and now it's Sierney on for the extra point. It is good. Now the dust settles, and Wayne Hills has a 14-0 lead. This big play offense can do. We mentioned the skill players for Wayne Hills. This game was basically played to a stalemate here in the second quarter, and one big play from Tyler Hayek opens it all up.
As we were saying before, a play like this for Wayne Hills is just going to give them even more momentum, keep them going on to the rest of the game. So here they're up by 2 touchdowns with 10 seconds left in the first half. So Wayne Hills is rolling right now, doing a great job on defense and offense with all aspects of the game.
Well, it kind of seemed like Wayne Hills loosened them up with Grave running between the tackles, and PV got worried about that, and then all they had to do was get Hayek the ball in the open field, and he did the rest.
So now number 22, Luca Grave, who has been huge in the offense, is going to kick off for the Wayne Hills team. As you can't see on the field, though, the fog from the fog machine is settling on top of the field, and Passaic Valley does not look very happy. It is very difficult to see right now.
I was just about to say, I'm not sure how the return man's going to see the kick here. And the official who's back by the return man is going to blow the whistle here, and they're going to wait for a minute or so for this smoke to lift. The cannons become a fixture for Wayne Hills on the touchdowns here at home. And with the fog already kind of in place at the field level, the smoke from the cannon has made this even tougher. So they're going to have to wait about 30 seconds or so for the smoke to blow past the Patriots side as the return men Fortier and Brigatti get set to return this.
As you guys can see now at home, the fog is starting to settle on the shot for the, so you can see the difficulty that the Wayne Hills team and the Passaic Valley team would have of getting and seeing the ball.
And now there's some folks in maroon that you can see, the cheerleaders. The players right now lining up for the kickoff are completely covered in smoke.
Talk about home field advantage.
There you go. Wayne Hills, right, guys? Can't think of any other team that does anything like that, but that's been a fixture here in Wayne, the cannon after the touchdowns and affecting the game. But looks like the return men can see well now, and they're going to kick this one away. And the ball emerges from that smoke, and it's going to be returned by Brigatti from the 11. Across the 20, inside the 25, and finally stopped across the 30. And that's where the Hornets will begin their drive, their own 33. So 14-0 Wayne Hills, and now we'll see if Watkins and company can get something on this side of the ball.
Very physical game here, Wayne Hills, Passaic Valley so far. I don't know if you were able to see at home, but in the backfield, it looked to be number 8 for Wayne Hills, who was Chris Pasterlo against one of their defenders of Passaic Valley. They just seem to be going at it, so for me, that looks to me as it's going on all games, so very physical.
Seems like those special teams plays get a little extra chippy. We've seen some blocking and late hits after the whistle on those special teams plays. One personal foul against Wayne Hills as a result, but nothing else, just some physical play. High formation for the Hornets to start it out. 5.5. Handoff up the middle. Good second effort there from Brigatti. Fighting forward for maybe 6. Vincenzo Brigatti showing you why he's got close to 600 yards now on the season. A little extra effort there.
One of the Passaic Valley players was pushing him forward. Number 53, Andy Rodriguez, was giving him a little shove that the Wayne Hills was not able to put them down.
Well, you can see it as they break the huddle. A little extra size on this Passaic Valley offensive line. Some of the teams the Patriots have played, not nearly as much size on the line, but PV kind of equals them in terms of poundage. Handoff up the middle. This time nothing there for Brigatti. No gain is going to set up a 3rd and 4 from the PV 39. So the defensive line tonight has done a great job for Wayne Hills. You see them lining up there. Skadaibov, Musa, Modak, Sally, all of them holding strong tonight. Third and 4, a big for PV. They run a play fake, nothing open. The quarterback Watkins gonna run, and on the weak side, the Patriots are there to snuff it out. Modak staying home and taking care of the quarterback Watkins, and down by 2 scores, Passaic Valley is gonna have to punt.
It's the 3rd forced punt from Wayne Hills defense on the Passaic Valley team, so great job overall, as you can see from the Wayne Hills defense. Looks as if actually Passaic Valley team is not looking to punt here. I'm not positive.
It's a 4th and 3. And might go for it. Clock ticking under 3 minutes to play. We'll see if they burn their final timeout or a pooch punt, or whether they go for it here. The huddle is looking towards the sideline, so they're going to call timeout, it appears. And there it is.
So that'll be Passaic Valley's last timeout to burn for the half with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left. They seem to be wanting to go for this, so that would be a very bold play at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah.
So Wayne Hills would be on great field placement to get another touchdown, get up by 3.
I don't know about you, Jared, but I would be very surprised if they went for it here. Down 2 scores, it's not over. You can have guns a-blazing and come back against Wayne Hills. If you don't get this and give the Patriots a short field, this game could be over quick.
The only thing is, already down 2 scores, the game might already be over. I mean, they really need to go for this, I feel like it's a good idea to take an aggressive stance on this play.
It would definitely be a key play in the game. It'll be 4th and 2.5 or so. First down marker is at the 42-yard line, and they're just inside their own 40. So a big play coming. We'll see if they punt, and it looks like the punter is going to come out.
So
Steve is taking the field.
So on this play, even though the punter is out there, with the plays that Passaic Valley has been doing, you never know if they're going for a fake punt pass or a run. So a lot of things here that could happen for Wayne Hills. With number 22, Luca Grave in the back, looking to return the punt.
You can see Wayne Hills playing it safe. They're going to rush the punt, although it's a bad snap and still almost blocked. Short punt coming to the near side. There won't be a return on that one as it goes out of bounds at around the Wayne Hills 40. So that's only about a 22-yard punt. And Wayne Hills, with 2 minutes 40 seconds to go and 2 timeouts, has plenty of time to try and put up a third.
That's the second punt in a row for Passaic Valley that it seemed to be muffed by the punter. So maybe it's that he's playing too far back, or it's that the long snapper doesn't have enough on it. But number 54 for Wayne Hills, Kai Sally, almost got in there for the block. So that would have been a huge play for Wayne Hills. But now at the 39, they look for some field
So Wayne Hill's looking for a 3-score lead. They roll Devera to the right. The pass is perfect, bobbled but caught on the far side. Looks like it's Tyler Hayek again. His 3rd catch already tonight. Gain of 7. Stayed in bounds, it appeared, although the clock has stopped. So 2nd and 3 for Wayne Hill.
A little different tonight for Wayne Hills. They're not looking towards number 18, Hunter Hayek, as much as they usually do. Tonight it's more of number 19, Tyler Hayek, with the 2nd touchdown, and Evidence Njoku, number 83, with the 1st touchdown.
This time Devera to his left. Looking deeper this time, and it's incomplete. Broken up, looking for the mentioned Hunter Hayek. Good defensive play there by number 9, Hunter Fortier, who has good ball skills. 5 interceptions this year for number 9 in white. And a good defensive play there to break up the intended pass.
Looked as if that the Wayne Hills offense was looking for pass interference call on number 9 for the cornerback, but the refs did not give it to them.
Looked like Fortier got there at the perfect time to break up the pass intended for Hunter Hayek. 4 receivers set this time for Wayne Hill. 3rd and 3, and the flag fly. And it's going to be against the Patriots. False start from one of the receivers, it appeared.
So now Wayne Hills will be about 3rd and 8. A long snap with 3 receivers on the left. Evidence Njoku on the far side again. So Wayne Hills is looking for a big play here.
So backed up now, it's going to almost certainly be a pass for Devera. Again, Brendan Devera with at least 12 completions and at least 215 passing yards in his last 4 games in a row. It's been solid again tonight. Going to look to throw. Tried to go to the now he's going to run. He's got space. Devera first down into PV territory at the 48. Knew just how much he needed, and Brendan Devera picks up the first down with his legs.
Very, very smart play there by number 7, Brendan Devera, who saw there was no receiver open. He faked the pass to make the defense go that way, and he got the first down and didn't look for more to get hurt.
That's a frustrating play for the Hornets. Had that play snuffed out, and Devera makes him pay with his legs. They roll him to the left, into the flat. Here's Hunter Hayek, his first catch of the night. Gain of 6 yards as Devera hits another receiver. So right now this Wayne Hills offense not picking up the chunks we're used to seeing, but still very effective, moving methodically down the field and spreading the ball around.
With 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the half, I think that one of the reasons that Wayne Hills isn't looking deep is so that they can milk the time left on the clock and waste up the rest of the half.
I think you're right. 2:10 to play. To the left, he's got Njoku. First down, Wayne Hill. Inside the 35. Future Miami Hurricane Evidence Njoku on the comeback route.
Looked like on that play, Evidence was hit very hard on the slant that he receives. And number 9, the corner for Passaic Valley, Hunter Fortier, hit him very hard there.
He's going to stay in the game. 1st and 10. Wayne Hill's going no huddle at the Hornet 34-yard line with 1:57 and counting. Four receivers, 2 to either side. Devera going to throw. And now the pressure comes. He gets around it, rolls to the right, trying to improvise, looks to the end zone, and it's incomplete, but here comes the flag. That'll be pass interference on Passaic Valley. Looked like Chris Watkins, the quarterback and safety, wrestling down Grave. I think it's an obvious call.
Very obvious play there of pass interference by the quarterback, Chris Watkins, who also plays defense. So Brendan Devera, who short-armed it, kind of got lucky on that play that there was pass interference.
I think without the pass interference, that's probably still an incompletion. But Watkins made sure of it. 15-yard penalty, moved into the red zone. 1st and 10 from the PV 19.
So now with 1:36 seconds left, Wayne Hills are at their Passaic Valley 19, so they're looking for a score, trying to milk the left of the half.
Going to run trips to the right here. Luca Grave split out wide. Ruby in the backfield. Njoku on the near side, Devera in the gun. They rush 5. Devera looks right, doesn't see anything. Now backtracking, throwing to the sideline. He's got his man bobbled and incomplete. Would have been a gain of 5. It was Grave who couldn't hold on to it.
Although there was no completion on the play, it was a very smart play by Brennan DeVere to scramble, not allow for the sack to get a loss on the play.
DeVere very athletic, able to extend the play despite the pressure. And so it'll be 2nd and 10. The clock does with 1:28 to go in the half. 2nd and 10, 4 receivers, 2 to either side again. DeVere rolling right, has a little bit better protection, goes to the sideline. This time it's complete. It'll be short of the first down, and so the clock will run. Tyler Hayek, his 4th catch of the half, sets up a 3rd and short.
So now with the clock running, it's about 1:10. Wayne Hills is trying to elongate this play so that they can finish off the half and the time runs out at the same time.
3rd and about 2.
Down to a minute to play, 3rd and 2 for Wayne Hills. They put a man in motion. They fake the give. DeVere keeps it, jumps over the defender, has the first down inside the 10. Gang tackled at the 5 and wrestling down defenders all the way to the 4. So DeVere keeps it. Again, a 3rd down run to move the chains. And it looks like Wayne Hills will use a timeout here with 47 seconds to play in the half.
So right there, as you can see, Brennan DeVere did a great job scrambling and jumping over the defender to get the first down and almost get the score. Appeared to be there's someone injured for the Passaic Valley team on the far side of the camera, which isn't shown right now. The trainer is out there with one of their players.
Looks like they're stretching out the right leg of the injured Hornet. And so that gives Wayne Hills time to think about things. It'll be a 1st and goal from about the 9-yard line then, or excuse me, the 4-yard line when play is resumed. But a big turnaround, and if you want to look to the point where momentum was changed, guys, that 4th down in the Wayne Hills red zone, the Hornets decided to go for it rather than kick the field goal. They didn't get it on the pass to the end zone, and ever since, Wayne Hills has been able to get the momentum back, score once, and now they might score again.
Well, as we were saying before, that play that John was just talking about, the Passaic Valley Hornets did go for it on 4th and about 2 yards. So that was a big momentum shifter right there for the Wayne Hills offense going into the next few plays. So here at about Passaic Valley 5, they're looking for a score with 41 seconds left on the clock. They're up by 2 touchdowns, looking for a 3rd.
Only 1 receiver. It's Tyler Hayek to the far side. DeVere going to throw despite the formation, and he's met and taken down. Big sack. Passaic Valley bringing pressure, and Abdi combines for the sack with Fortier.
A loss of about 10 yards for Wayne Hills. Brendan tried to get the defender off him, but a second one came in, and there was no stopping them from getting him down. So tough play there for Wayne Hills and a great defensive play for Passaic Valley.
Excuse me, Abdi and Benford combining on the sack. That's a huge loss. Backs Patriots up to the 15-yard line. That's an 11-yard loss on the sack, and so with 39 seconds to go, I don't believe Wayne Hills has any timeouts remaining. So they're going to have to take shots to the end zone here. If they're tackled short of the end zone inbounds, they'll have to rush up to try and spike the football, which would set up 4th down. So the playbook kind of narrowed here for Wayne Hills, and we'll see what they do to try and add on to this 14-0 lead.
So Wayne Hills at about the Passaic Valley 15-yard line with 39 seconds left on the clock. 2nd down, are looking for a couple yards here. Maybe not necessarily a score, because they do want to milk the time on the clock, so they don't have to give Passaic Valley the ball back and have the opportunity for them to get any points on the scoreboard.
So they're going to go with 4 receivers on 2nd and goal. Grave is the slot receiver to the left. DeVere looks left. They isolate Njoku. The throw is short, and they wrestle for it, and it's incomplete. Well, Njoku made a great move on the corner, but the throw from DeVere was well short, and Evidence did a great job to backtrack and avoid the interception. Good defense from Hunter Fortier, the corner.
That's another advantage shown there of having a 6'5" wide receiver, just like what Evidence Njoku is. Number 9, Hunter Fortier, did a great job of getting out there and almost picking off the ball because it was short arm by DeVere, but Evidence being such a tall player and with long arms, he was able to reach over and swat the ball.
So a 3rd and goal from the 15. You got to think the Patriots are taking a shot to the end zone here with only 34 seconds to go. You wouldn't be able to spike it. Rivera looks to throw. He's going to run with it, and now you have to hurry. 4th down, they're going to rush the field team onto the field. So not a good decision by Rivera. 20 seconds and counting. They're going to rush Cierney on to try and complete the field goal. They can take a moment here, 15 seconds and counting.
Now Dario Cierney's scrambling to get his footing and get everything set with 8 seconds left.
They get down. The kick is up. It has the distance. It is good. Dario Cierney tacks on 3 before the half with 3 seconds to spare.
So good job there by the Wayne Hills kicking team to get on as fast as they could. Dario Cierney, a great job to scramble, get his footing, make a great kick right between the two.
Well, that's all coaching right there from Wayne Hills. The kick team knew exactly what the situation is. They rushed the guys onto the field. They sprinted out there as quickly as they could. The ball was on the far hash, so they had to get pretty far out there, and they were able to set it up with a good 13 or 14 seconds left, and that allowed Cierney and the to line things up as they normally would. So it wasn't exactly a broken play. They were able to line everything up as usual, and they hit the field goal with 3 seconds to spare. So Cierney 1 for 2 on field goals tonight, and Wayne Hills has a 3-score lead at 17-0.
So now with 3 seconds left on the clock, Luka Grab is going to kick off. So with 3 seconds left, I think that after this kickoff, the first half, I believe, will be over, and Wayne Hills will be back to the locker rooms.
So 17-0. Looks like it'll be the halftime score, barring a big return. They squib it, and it's fallen on by the Hornet return man. They're going to let the clock run. So that's the first half from Wayne Hills High School. With the Patriots leading 17-0. Looks like they might make the Hornets run a play. They are going to bring out the Passaic Valley offense to run one play. The ball was immediately fallen on, so time should not run off the clock because the clock doesn't run until a player touches it. So there's no way 3.5 seconds came off the clock, so they're going to have to sit on it here. It looks like the Hornets are just going to take a knee from their own 25. And there it is. So now it's halftime. 17-0 Wayne Hills. Evidence Njoku, a receiving touchdown. Tyler Hayek, a receiving touchdown. 2 more touchdown passes for Brendan DeVera. 19 of them now on the year. Passaic Valley standing tall tonight. They've shown some good effort on both sides of the ball, but it's the big play receivers for Wayne Hills the difference so far.
For sure. Without those receivers making really big plays down the field, the score might not be what it is.
And then at the end, a good job, as I was saying before, by Dario Cierney to make it a three possession game. So with the field goal kicker, the wide receivers, the Wayne Hills is up by 17-0. So great job and momentum going to the second half.
Good half for Wayne Hills, a 17-0 lead against a potential playoff team. Passaic Valley playing for their postseason lives here tonight, as both of these teams have some difficult games the last couple weeks of the regular season here as we head into the business half of the schedule. We'll step aside here in the broadcast booth and we'll let you enjoy the Wayne Hills Marching Band under the direction of Matthew Paterno. Here is the Wayne Hills Marching Band.
And the cheerleading squad for leading our band on the field. Our band under the directorship of Matthew Paterno. Officers from Dana Finkelstein and Anna Pascal.
Yeah, that was great.
From Captain Kyle O'Toole. Fifth Lieutenant Sam Charnett. Guard Captain Olivia Catania. Guard Lieutenant Bridget Puglia. President Madison Mackey. Vice President Clark Ellington. Secretary Califato, Danny Ann Costagliola, and Lauren Park. Rookie representative, Josie Van Putten. Their field repertoire, the launch, first movement, suit up, second movement, systems check, and third movement, lift off.
back, ladies and gentlemen, and dream of space. Ignition sequence start. All engines running. Feature 16, you are clear for liftoff.
Patriot Marching Band. A standing round of applause is in order. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Passaic Valley Hornet cheerleaders.
What you wanna do, baby? Where you wanna go? I think you get a move, baby. I think you get a go. I treat you like a baby, no matter where you go. Just give me some time, baby. You know, even when we're apart, I know my heart is still with you. 5 more hours, getting life is possible. Why does it feel so good? 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 Can't even lie. I'm about to be that guy. Someone else gonna have to try me. Bang a bang bang, bang a bang a bang bang. Bass in the truck, vibrate that thing. Do your thing, thing, girl, do that thing live. For the rest of my life. For the rest of my life.
appropriate of applause for the Passaic Valley Hornet cheerleaders.
Hope you enjoyed the performance there from the Passaic Valley High School cheerleaders. The Wayne Hills cheerleading team does a great job in their own right, and we're going to take a closer look at just how much hard work goes into their performances. Here's a wonderful video put together by Holly Clancy and Maggie Beams taking a closer look into Wayne Hills cheerleading.
This year's varsity cheer squad is one of the best Wayne Hills has seen in many years. Wayne Hills football cheer is led by head coach Amanda Mascaro and 5 senior captains: Danielle Davies, Christina Giannini, Tessa Peloso, Anna DiMarinas, and Alexa DiVirgilio. The squad has really picked up their game. They're made up of about 30 girls. All of the girls are dedicated to their devotion to cheer. They set the tone for the football games every Friday night. Junior Gabby Petroza has been a real joy to have on the team, says coach Amanda Mascaro. With 10 years of experience and the benefit of dancing all, Gabby has had a fun time being under this Friday night lights. Petroza is known to be a great role model and helper with young girls having trouble memorizing and perfecting their cheer. Keep it up, Gabby. Coach Amanda Mascaro has been coaching for a whole 12 years. She is described by her girls as a great coach who has a lot of knowledge for the sport, as said by senior captain Tessa Peloso. Amanda is a great coach who keeps us disciplined while still being able to have fun. She's always constantly trying to make us improve. She also mentioned that it takes a good amount of time to make up dances. These dances are like their halftime routine, band dance, and even some of their cheers. But Amanda is very helpful, and she takes a good chunk of time just making the dances the best that they can be. Cheerleading is often categorized as a sport based off of mean girls who think they are held to a higher standard. That's not the case for Wayne Hills football cheer. All the girls who were interviewed shared the same idea. All of the girls who were interviewed stated that they do not like the cheer stereotype and that cheerleaders are friendly girls who want to be friends with everyone. Wayne Hills football cheer is a family. We define ourselves as a team that gets the rest of the school spirited, said by sophomore Teresa Lane. Sophomore Stephanie Giannini describes the team as a group of girls who go out every game, doing what they love and giving it their all. Giannini has 10 years of experience and is a great base to any flyer. The girls love cheering under the Friday night lights. With the help of Wayne Hills student section, the 12th Patriot, they get the rest of the team hyped. Sophomore Sabrina Coniglio's favorite is Hannah Montana, while junior Alyssa Blake loves Louie Louie. The squad comes from all different backgrounds, but they still have a great chemistry on all 3 levels. Many team bonding hangouts are set up throughout the year, so different cheerleaders get to make friends with new ones. The most important thing that makes Wayne Hills football cheer is our bond. We feel like no other team has a bond like ours because we really are like family to each other, said by junior Monica Borsella. Monica Borsella is one of Wayne Hills Cheer's best side bases. Along with doing competition, Monica has been cheering for 10 years. As a junior, this is her 2nd year on varsity, and Coach Mascaro says that she is a great positive influence on the team. Borsella says, "There's nothing she loves more than spending her Fridays on the turf hyping up the school." The cheer team is also responsible for making football players big treats every week, before the big games. Captain Christina Giannini said that one of her favorite parts about being a cheerleader is seeing how much joy the players have when they see what the girls have made them. Because, who doesn't love good food? The football seniors also want to show their support for the squad. Some of the seniors talked about how they have nonstop gratitude towards all that the varsity cheer team does for them. They are not only great at what they do, but they have an energy about them that is fun to watch. A couple also added, "It's great to hear how pumped up the girls get after a touchdown because it adds to our energy and personally makes us want to keep the intensity up." Wishing the girls luck on the rest of their season. We hope to see them progress as individuals and a team. Keep up the great work, ladies.
Back to Wayne Hills High School here in Wayne, New Jersey. John Vittas here alongside Brandon Brogan joining us on the broadcast now, as well as Matt Klarberg. Guys, a good performance from Wayne Hills in the first half. They lead 17-0 at the intermission. Passaic Valley, a 5-2 team playing for their postseason lives here tonight. They're 5-2 on the year. Right now slated as the 7th seed in North 1 Group 4. If this loss would probably bounce them from the playoff picture for the moment, and they have 2 games remaining after tonight. So a lot to play for if you're Passaic Valley. Wayne Hills pretty safe as far as postseason picture goes, but they would love to get this win here tonight at home. 17-0 lead in the first half. Brandon, we'll start with you. Just getting on here to the broadcast, what were your biggest impressions and takeaways in the first half for Wayne Hills?
Well, I definitely saw a great performance by the receivers. Tyler Hayek, that was a great touchdown right there. He shook 2 defenders in the open field. That's what you get done right there, evidence scoring a touchdown. So that's what we like to see, big plays from the big receivers.
And that was really the theme in the first half, the go-to guys making big plays. Other than that, though, Matt, a lot of even play up front. Not a ton of yardage on the ground. Luca Grave, a few nice runs, but that was more of a change of pace option from the big play receivers.
Yeah, I'm noticing that here. Luca Grave is gaining 8 yards or so plays, maybe 15. And similar to Passaic Valley, they're having 3-yard gains, but they're also having 45-yard gains. So there's a big difference in the running game right now, but what's making it for the Wayne Hills team is the receivers who gave them this 17-point lead.
It's the receivers and it's the front 8 defensively for the Patriots. They've done a good job stuffing the run. The 2 running backs for PV this season, Vincenzo Brigatti and Jake Abdi, combining for almost 900 yards on the season coming into tonight. They've been slowed down a good bit by this Wayne Hills front 8. Got to give credit to the linebackers, Zaccone, De Vera, Costello, Pusterla, have all been in on for the Patriots. Wayne Hills will get the ball to start the second half after they got a quick, really 2-and-out in the first half, with PV getting the ball first and then punting on 3rd and very long. So Wayne Hills will get the ball here to start the second half, and I think a touchdown here would be just about a knockout blow if you're on the Patriots side. 17-0 leaders, Wayne Hills coming into today as the #1 ranked team in northern New Jersey as far as public schools go by NorthJersey.com. They're also number 23 in the entire state of New Jersey according to Max Preps.
So right now for Wayne Hills receiving this ball and starting off second half, it's a huge momentum shifter. They could keep this whole game going and score another touchdown.
It's a bouncing kick fielded by the upback, getting across the 30, and now to the near side is number 11 Jaron Hayek, his first touch of the night. He's got all kinds of speed. You don't normally see that much speed from the up man on the kickoff return team, but Hayek gets it across the 40, so good field position to start for Wayne Hills. They'll be at their own 41.
Jaron, the sophomore, who's a very similar player to both of his brothers. He's pretty tall, like his brother Tyler, who's about 6. Jaron's about 6 foot. Tyler's about 6'4", 6'3". So he's all fast like both of them. So he has both their talents combined. So next year, when he's a junior, he'll have a huge part in this Wayne Hills offense.
So here's Brendan De Vera again. The handoff. Grave had good push on the left side, and Luca Grave, Wayne Hills' leading rusher, falls forward for a gain of 9 yards on first down. Grave up over 700 yards rushing now on the season. It's been a workhorse for Wayne Hills the last 2 years. 2 of his 4 touchdowns came in the last home game against Milburn. Grave averaging close to 7 yards per carry. De Vera in the gun, working with 3 receivers on 2nd and 1. They fake the throw. Grave bounces off the pile and then gets the first down, lowering his shoulder on a couple of Hornets, getting all the way to the PV 40-yard line. Gain of 11 yards on that play for Luca Grave.
Grave doing a great job there, be able to push through the Hornets defenders, lowering his shoulder, getting even more yards, get another first down for the offense.
Grave with 3 100-yard games this season and well on his way to another tonight. 3 receivers for De Vera. Ruby is the up man. with Grave flanking him in the backfield. The throw goes to the right. Wide open is Tyler Hayek. Gets towards the sticks and fights forward for a Wayne Hills first down. So Tyler Hayek in on the offense again. Another catch for him, and Wayne Hills has a first down.
And, that's what I like to see right there. Again, big receivers making big plays. Tyler Hayek, he's a big kid, around 6'4", as Matt said. Catch the ball, jukes out some of the guys on the defense, gain yards every time, first down. That's a really good job by him.
Coming into the night, averaging better than 18 yards per catch, but only 9 catches on the year. He's got at least 5 in this game. 1st and 10, De Vera hands it off. Big hole up the middle. Luca Grave cutting inside and falling forward all the way down to the PV 11-yard line. That's a good run for Luca Grave, an 18-yard gain, and Wayne Hills knocking on the door right away here in the third.
So now Wayne Hills' first 4 plays of the second half. First downs all over 10 yards each play. Right about there, gaining about 14 yards. Right now they're, I believe, at the 11, so they're not quite in the red zone, but another great field position for Wayne to score their 3rd touchdown of the game and shut the door for this.
Well, some big statements coming out of the locker room for Wayne Hills. They're going to call it the 12-yard line, 1st and 10. It's to Grave again, able to fight forward and fall forward for a gain of 2, getting it down to the 10. And so 2nd and 8 coming for the Patriots. That time, the PV defensive line able to plug the holes and stop Grave for a short gain. Luca came into the night averaging 6.7 yards per carry. De Vera set to throw on 2nd down, looks to the right, the throw is high, and going down hard is Evidence Njoku right on that far pylon. A lower throw could have resulted in a touchdown for Wayne Hills, but De Vera a little too excited there, overshot Evidence Njoku on the far pylon.
Looked like they're a really hard hit on Njoku, got his legs and took him out, landed right on his back and hit his head. So it's a very hard play there for any player to come back from. Njoku seems to be staying on the field and staying tough. That's what a Division I football player looks like.
For sure, and I think he was hobbled on the play before that as well, so he's been banged up a little bit tonight. Does have a touchdown catch. De Vera going to run on 3rd down, and he's taken down, still on his feet somehow, and falling forward for a short gain. Well, De Vera was met around the ankles very early on, and somehow was able to avoid falling to the turf, and then eventually fell forward for a gain of 1. And so 4th down here for the Patriots. Let's see what they do. Looks like they are going to keep the offense on the field. Tyler Hayek comes in for Chris Ruby. And on 4th and about 7, Wayne Hills looks like they're going to go for it here.
So this is interesting right here. So you got a 4th down. This is big for PV's defensive line. You've got players like Justin Martin, Tim McKnight, big kids that are play. See if they get a pass rush.
De Vera looks to the right. It's caught, and into the end zone is Njoku. Touchdown, Wayne Hills. They brought the pressure. The big guys got through, Brandon, but De Vera got rid of the football in time, and Njoku using his size on the corner. His 2nd touchdown catch of the game. Multi-touchdown efforts for Njoku for the 2nd straight week, and Wayne Hills has a commanding 23-0 lead.
Great job there by Njoku getting open and being as tall as he is, he's able to get up for that high pass from Brennan De Vera over the cornerback.
So Sierney on for the extra point, and flags before the whistle.
And again, PV is going to be looking to their defensive line. Kids like Justin Martin, Tim McKnight. Big kids on the line to get a rush.
Well, they're going to move the ball a yard closer to the end zone after the offsides. Sierney, 2 field goal attempts tonight, made 1. So far 3 for 3 on extra points. Make it 4 for 4. Now Dario Cerny continuing to be consistent in the kicking game. Wayne Hills now with a 24-0 lead. Guys, Evidence Njoku is becoming a major red zone threat for the Patriots. 2 straight games of 2 touchdowns apiece. Both of them came in the first quarter against Passaic Valley. Tonight, one in the first quarter, now one here in the second half.
I think that the way Evidence is playing right now is the type of the player that Wayne Hills offense expected him to be. Grove, who had a great junior season last year, leading the team in just about every statistic, and now committed to University of Miami, showing the true athlete and wide receiver that he is.
And Njoku last year, almost 700 all-purpose yards at Cedar Grove High School. 306 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns. Tonight, he had touchdowns number 5 and 6 on the year, so he's matched his touchdown total from last year, now playing in a higher-powered offense with some other weapons. But Njoku is proving to be a big weapon in his own right.
So here, number 22, Luca Grave, is looking to kick off again for the 4th time on the day.
We've seen Bensi Polgar take these for much of the year, but Grave appears to have the job right now. Fielded inside the 5. Looks like Abdi on the return, able to sidestep a cover man and get across the 25. That was actually number 8, Sean Benford, on the return for Passaic Valley. And they have some work to do now, guys. We're going to see a little bit more throwing, you'd think, with Watkins, the quarterback, handing it off for the majority of the night, but they might have to throw it now.
So now Wayne Hills is coming here at about their 20-yard line. Passaic Valley's looking for a huge yard gainage play here, anything they could get, whether it's running from one of their high-quality running backs, Jake Abdi or Vincenzo Brigatti. So Wayne Hills is looking for a stop.
Well, if you do run the ball, you got to get back to the line quickly. Looks like Abdi will be the tailback here on 1st and 10. PV starts from their own 26. Watkins under center. They fake a couple of handoffs. Under heavy pressure is Watkins, and he goes down.
And that's a great job right there by Jason Modak. A lot of pressure on the pocket right there.
Kai Sally in on the play as well, as those two come for the sack. A huge loss on 1st down for Passaic Valley. Call it a loss of 10. It'll be 2nd and 20.
Yeah, Jason Modak, a huge, huge player for the Wayne Hills football, whether it's on the offensive side or defensive side. He does a great job rushing the ball, or whether it's blocking for Brennan DeVera, making an opening for Luca Grave. He's also a 3-sport varsity athlete, starting varsity baseball for the Wayne Hills County Championship, and starting for also the Wayne Hills basketball team, who almost won a state championship.
So a multi-sport star, 2nd and 20 for PV. Handoff, left side. Not much there. Able to break forward for a few. Brigatti gets 4 yards across the 20 to maybe the 22, so give him 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 15 for Passaic Valley. So now we'll see the arm of Watkins. We'll see what the Hornets draw up on 3rd and 15. Now this is a big knockout blow early in the half from Wayne Hills. A very quick touchdown drive, and now a big defensive play. Very close to putting the nail in the coffin for PV.
So now 3rd and 15. Passaic Valley could be looking for a long pass, maybe a handoff, or even another punt like they did first drive of the game. And
there it is. 3rd and 15. They punt it again. And again, no one deep, but it takes a Wayne Hills bounce. And we'll roll dead at the 45. So it backfires a bit. It is a better punt this time. About 25 yards. Still not great, but better than last time. It's the 2nd time they've done that. Guys, have you ever seen that before? Team punting on 3rd down twice?
No, and I don't think that's the right call at all. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe the coach is seeing something I'm not. What do you think out there?
I mean, I understand the idea. It's definitely very ingenious because there's no one back returning. So if you get the bounce, there's not going to be a return, and you can kind of flip field position. But you're down by 24. You're not going to just hand the ball to the other team right back. DeVera looks to throw. Near side, it's Njoku. And he falls over the defender for a gain of 8. Now, what do you think?
Sorry about that. I've never seen that play happen at the high school level, youth level, collegiate level, or the NFL level. So it's something that you don't see every day, a punt on 3rd down. Passaic Valley really showing that right now they're not looking for a lot of gains, because 3rd down, 15 yards. They could have just gone for a pass and punted on 4th down, but that's not what they chose to do, down by.
If you're in his nothing field position battle in the snow, it kind of makes sense, but not down 24 here in the 3rd quarter. Handoff up the middle. Grave breaks free, spinning, falling all the way down to the 32. Beautiful run for Luca Grave, 14 more yards, and Wayne Hills moves the chain.
Good job there by Luca Grave, shown on the screen, who's able to scramble, spin out of the way defender, and make his way to get 14 yards and a 1st down for the Wayne Hills Patriots offense.
He's really racking up the yards now. 18 carries, 173 yards last week. Grave racking up the numbers again this season. They haven't given him as many carries as last year just because the receivers are so elite, but still a major part of the offense. Here he is again, and this time tripped up early on and stopped for about no gain. That was number 59, Joe Frederick, in on the stop, as well as Go again.
Not a very big gain on that play for Luca Grave, but still overall great game he's had. Maybe he'll have over another 178 yards like he did the week before against Passaic Valley.
They played 2 back-to-back PVs, both of them green and white. Passaic Valley on the road 2 weeks ago in the bye week. Passaic Valley, the team closer to here, at home this week. 3 receivers on 2nd and 10. They bring pressure and look like movement before the snap. And it is going to be a false start against Wayne Hills, so back them up. Make it 2nd and 15 from the PV 36.
Looked like there was movement on both sides of the field, whether it was Passaic Valley or the Wayne Hills offense, but the call by the referees was on Wayne Hills, so I guess that's what they saw first.
And I will say I like the strategy tonight for the Hornets to bring pressure. They've done it a lot throughout the game, but Tavera has handled it pretty well for the most part, getting rid of the ball quickly. Only been sacked once. He's going to roll to the right. They rush only 3 this time. Throws back to the near side of the field. Hunter Hayek backtracks, makes the catch, and falls down inside the 10. So great job by Tavera to read the defense. Back to his lead man, Hunter Hayek, who makes his first catch of the night, but is it going to be called back? There's a flag, and it is against Wayne Hills. Well, the first time Hunter caught the ball in the first half, it was waved off because of a penalty. And I think this is going to happen again.
There's a lot of penalties now in the game tonight for Wayne Hills. So now they're about 3rd and 30 yards or something like that. So it's not going to be easy then for to get a first down or even a touchdown in this situation.
So the block at the back came behind the line of scrimmage, so it's more than a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be 2nd and extremely long from their own 46. Well, Hunter Hayek came into today with 4 straight 100-yard receiving games. That streak's probably going to end tonight. So 2nd and a mile. Wayne Hill is going to try and pick up some yards here. Zavera looks to throw, comes to the near side on a comeback route, and it is intercepted. Beautiful play from number 9, Hunter Fortier. That's his 6th interception of the year. Now, Fortier has a nose for the football, and you don't rack up that many interceptions in half a season by accident.
Yeah, Fortier has shown us tonight a great job of what he's doing all season just by a few plays he's had that have been big against Evanston the Joke, who won in the touchdown zone, and one right now where he jumped the route and saw what Evidence was looking to do, and he made an interception for the 6th of the season.
Yeah, you know, the defender just read the play really well right there. Nothing you can do about that as an offender, but trying to improve. But that's really good defense right there in general.
That's been a fun battle to watch tonight. Joku and Fortier have been going at it all evening. And Joku with a couple of touchdown passes, but Fortier has made a couple of nice plays as well. So this time Watkins will open in the shotgun. 4 receivers. Runs to the left, has a seam. Able to duck under the tackle and fall forward for a gain of 5. Or it looked like that was a little wildcat perhaps with number 12, Steve Luisa. So they run it with him and get 4 yards. 2nd and 6, 1 yard short of midfield. So now Watkins comes in from the sideline. He'll again with just over 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Watkins is going to run and option to the right, keeps it, gets inside after sidestepping a couple of would-be tacklers. Cuts the yard to get in half. It'll be 3rd and 3.
You know, I'm surprised the coach made that call right there. The quarterback just got banged up on the last play. Usually wouldn't have the quarterback run twice in a row, especially after getting banged up hard on the first play.
Well, they're mixing it up, 3rd and 3. A couple of quarterback keepers in a row with 2 different guys. But the passing game hasn't really been there too much today for Passaic Valley, and the conventional runs haven't exactly worked either. So breaking out whatever they can right now. And a big 3rd and 3 coming.
I believe that in the quarterback position right now is actually number 12, Steven Luisa, instead of number 18, Chris Watkins. So they seem to be looking for him to run right now.
And he's able to fall forward for a first down. It is Luisa. Good call, Matt. So he moves the chains, gets 4 yards down to the Wayne Hills 44. A couple guys slow to get up there, but they all appear to be all right. And PV moving the ball a little bit. But the clock is running. 3 minutes to play here in the 3rd.
It's now first down for Passaic Valley at about the Wayne Hills 49. Looking for a big drive here to get on the scoreboard and get first touchdown or even a field goal so they don't get shut out tonight.
Watkins back in there, going to throw, completes it, shaking the defender, and heading down the sideline is number 13, Jair San Juan, and he fumbles the football. Wayne Hills picks it up. It's DiCarlo with a host of blockers, and he's wrestled down at his own 17. The ball comes out again. There's a flag near the goal line, and this is going to take some time to sort out. They're going to rule DiCarlo down, it appears, at the 16.
It's a great job there by number 7, Brennan DeVere, to get the forced fumble, come from behind, and just swat the ball down right there.
It appears number 8, Mike Zaccone's help off in the process.
Number 8, sorry, Brandon, it's Chris Pasterla.
Oh, Chris Pasterla, sorry.
So San Juan on the reception, DiCarlo on the recovery. And the officials come together to discuss the play. A lot going on there. The flag is laying at the 1-yard line right now. But Wayne Hills fortunate to have the ball. Looked like it came loose at the end and that PV jumped on top of it. But they did rule DiCarlo down, and so it will be Patriots ball. It's just a matter of where. And the flag is against Passaic. They might have flags on both sides. We'll see what they do here.
And you know something I saw before the play, Brendan DeVere was definitely fired up out there, not happy about that offensive possession. Wanted to regain control during the defensive possession, and really good job right there with the forced fumble.
Those are some of the fun things you can keep track of in high school football. Guys play both ways. Sometimes their play on one side carries over to the other side, either negatively or positively, and that time DeVere trying to make up for an empty possession. And it looks like Passaic Valley is going to get the football.
A lot of fans unhappy about this call.
Seems there'll be a lot of confusion, whether it's in the stands, here in the press box, and even on the field with the coaches. So let's see what the referees have to say about this.
The only thing I can think of is some sort of personal foul on Wayne Hills prior to the recovery. The penalty has to be prior to the recovery, or it would be Wayne Hills' ball. So apparently it was before DiCarlo scooped it up. And not only does PV get the ball back, they get 15 yards of field position. And so they have a 1st and 10 from the Patriots 29. So the second time tonight that Wayne Hills appeared to have a turnover, and then it gets waved off. Both of them did not appear to make any sense at all. 1st and 10 from the 29. And they go up the middle, and it's a gain of only 1.
As John was saying before, the first time when we thought we had a turnover was by number 18, Hunter Hayek, who tracked down the punt, which apparently they called it off, so it wasn't Wayne Hill's turnover. Then this play by Brendan DeVere forced a fumble for Dom DiCarlo to get, and another play which we're all still confused here in the press box about what happened in the referee's call.
Yeah, the second one is almost more confusing than the first. The first one I understood why they made the call, even though we disagreed with the call. This one, not really sure what happened.
I'm not really sure about either of the calls, to be honest.
I mean, I think both calls were wrong, but at least the other one we know what they said. This time, I'm not even sure what the situation was. It appeared that the flag was thrown well after DiCarlo picked it up, but apparently not. Walking on the keeper, he's going to get the first down. Inside the Wayne Hills 20, apparently it's Louisa again, number 12.
You know, it almost seemed like holding out there on Jason Modak, and number 70, Tim McKnight. Not sure if the ref saw that one, though.
So they continue to shuffle in and out the quarterbacks here. Looks like Brigotti's coming back in, the tailback for PV. And it looks like Louisa is going to stay in a quarterback. 3 receivers, under a minute to play here in the third. The snap is low, mishandled. Now running is Louisa, able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more.
So now with the change Passaic Valley had for the past few possessions with having Steven Louisa, number 12, in place of Chris Watkins, number 18, at quarterback, they're not looking for him to pass the ball. They're just looking for him to run. Seems that he's not much of a quarterback, of a passing kind of quarterback, so they're just giving him the ball every time for a run.
So clock under 30 seconds to play here in the third. And Louisa runs the play out to his offense, now into the Wayne Hills red zone, and a timeout's going to be called here from Passaic Valley with 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. So you guys surprised at all to see this performance from Wayne Hills here in the third quarter, really turning it on and putting this game out of reach?
Well, honestly, for me, it's not much of a surprise knowing all the talent that this Wayne Hills defense has to offer. With anyone on the field right now, you can pick them out as they could play at a higher level in college. So all of them doing a great job in playing as I expect them to play.
Brendan?
You know, I have to agree with Matt, exactly what he said. Definitely, I mean, not only the defense, but the offense also has a lot to offer. Great players like Luca Grafe, Evidence to Juku that don't get defensive time, but doing a really good job on offense. I'm not really surprised. I mean, Wayne Hills usually performs very well. We saw against Milburn, did a very good job, scored a lot of points against them, so not so surprised against PV.
Passaic Valley, much stiffer competition than Milburn, but still not exactly an elite powerhouse. They came into this game very excited, did Passaic Valley, because they only had 1 win all of last season, and they've started this year 5-2, a couple of blowout wins the last 2 weeks. So morale was high for the Hornets coming into this one, but I think getting outclassed by a Wayne Hills team that is deserving of their #1 ranking in North Jersey.
I have to agree with you, John, saying that Wayne Hills is deservingly ranked at #1 in North Jersey Group 4, so in the public schools, and that's what they're showing tonight against a actually very talented Passaic Valley team.
How much time? 3.
I don't know if everyone at home can tell, but there's some confusion right now in the field with the clock keeper who just had to reset the clock from 19 seconds to 33 seconds, so that was just fixed.
So now we're ready to play. 2nd and 12. Wayne Hills, no safeties right now. Looks like they're going to throw one-on-one coverage to Carlo there again, and it's overthrown.
That's good coverage right there by DeCarlo, downfield.
Looked like Benford, the intended receiver, number 8 for Passaic Valley. And Wayne Hills stopping them again. 3rd and long coming.
So now 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Passaic Valley is about the Wayne Hills 20, looking to get on the scoreboard here. Whether if here they can't get a first down, they force a field goal. So either way, they're looking to get any amount of points on the board.
Right now, the Hornets just trying to avoid getting shut out.
Passaic Valley lines up by formation.
Which is interesting on 3rd and 12. Under center, they fumble the snap. Quarterback tries to run with it. It looks like it was Watkins back into the game. And there's no gain on the play. So the snap ends that hope. And it's 4th and 12 as the third quarter runs to an end. So that'll do it for quarter number 3 here at Wayne High School, with the Patriots leading at 24-0 at the half. We'll step aside for a minute here on Wayne Hills TV, and when we come back, the conclusion between the Patriots and the Passaic Valley Hornets. Welcome back to Wayne Hills High School. I'm John Vittas, joined tonight with Matt Klarberg and Jared Pohl jumping back in for the fourth quarter. Jared, at your impressions of that third quarter, Wayne Hills controlling the tempo on both sides, outscoring the Hornets 7-0.
Well, for sure, they're able to get a lot of defensive stops, which really helps because Passaic Valley hasn't been able to really get anything going offensively. I mean, they have 0 points. They've been shut out.
So now third down starting for Passaic Valley Hornets on changing sides of the field. So they're looking for something here, either touchdown, first down, whatever it is, they need something.
They're going to look to throw over the top, open receiver, touchdown, Hornet. Right over the top.
It looked like to me that the Hornets lined up in an I formation, which usually in football is when they're going to run, but they did I guess you can call it a trick play, and the tailback ran through the line and was wide open for a touchdown.
So Jake Abdi, the tailback, receives the touchdown pass. Both big plays Passaic Valley's pulled off tonight have come on passes over the middle from a non-receiver. So the tight end on a long pass earlier, and now the running back catches the touchdown, and Passaic Valley is on the board. Extra point is blocked. And they blow it dead, so no extra point. So 24-6 is the score, and if PV can mount a big comeback here, that would be crucial. They would have to go for 2 later on.
Really good job there by Wayne Hills. Number 63, Mike Saccone. Number 65, Danny Musa, getting in there for the block and not allowing the Hornets to put up 7 and keeping a very, very strong lead here of 8 points starting in the fourth quarter.
So there's another great special teams play, and there's Walt Johnson, the special teams coach for the Patriots on your screen. He's probably the longest tenured coach on the staff, I would have to think, and a fixture around Wayne Hills, does such a great job with his special teams units. As if Wayne Hills needs any more help, they always seem to have the advantage on special teams. We've seen it again tonight. A couple of would-be turnovers that got waved off, and then the block there. Dario Cierney's been excellent as the kicker. So Coach Johnson doing a great job, as always, for Wayne Hills football.
So now Hayek and Grave line in the backfield. Number 18, who's also the quarterback, Chris Watkins, lining for the kick. Or, I'm sorry, that might be number 12, Steve Luisa.
Luisa handles all the kicking duties. Just saw his extra point blocked. Bouncer over Jaron Hayek, fielded by Luca Grave, who gets across the 20, cutting to the right, has some space, and spun down from behind by number 36, Romel Morel. But a good return from Grave all the way out to the Wayne Hills 38.
Good job there by the Passaic Valley defense to get a stop, because I think that if that wasn't for, I think, number 35, Jafranco Verdes, to get the tackle, then Luca Grave would have had an wide open trail to go to their touchdown.
Yeah, he would have had to beat one potential tackler, and Grave one-on-one in the open field, usually advantage Wayne Hills. So they get the ball back. PV needs a stop. This game not quite over yet, 24-6, just 12 seconds into the fourth quarter. So Wayne Hills would love to score here and put this one away for good. Tavera in the gun, gives it to Grave. Big time push from the Wayne Hills offensive line, and Grave picks up 12 to midfield. What a job they've done tonight. Scott Fishgrund in the middle. The cone, Jason Modak, John Stadler, Bensi Polgar. Big time offensive line for Wayne Hills, showing up with some force tonight.
Yeah, talking about that line, Kai Sally is 5'11", 200 pounds, but one of the biggest guys on this Wayne Hills team, I believe the biggest for the Wayne Hills line, is Bensi Polgar, sophomore, at 300 pounds.
At right tackle. Here's a pass. Tyler Hayek again along the sideline, able to tiptoe it for a first down, and eventually stepped out in PV territory at the 39. So an 11-yard pass play. Tyler Hayek with at least 6 catches tonight by my count. Stolen the show from his brother.
Tyler Hayek really doing a great job tonight. One of his best games, I believe, all season. Usually it's Hunter Hayek getting most of the receptions, and I don't believe he's had any because of the 2 called back plays for Hunter, and now Tyler's had about 6-7 receptions, doing a great job with 1 touchdown.
Statistically, he was the number 4 receiver on this team coming into tonight, leading the way offensively. DeVera rolls to the right, complete to Tyler Hayek, had to drop to a knee to make the catch. So they mark him down at the 32. That's a gain of 7 yards, and second down coming for Wayne Hills, but a good job by DeVera to feel the pressure and get outside the pocket.
One of the things that Brennan DeVera does best, when he feels pressure, he scrambles, and he finds a way to not let the defense team get a sack, and they get out and get the ball out to one of the receivers.
So 2nd and 3 coming for the Patriots. They've burned over a minute now on the clock, down to 10:47 counting in the game. 3 receivers. They look to blitz, and it calls Wayne Hills to jump. Not sure who jumped there, but another foul against the home team.
Looked like the blitz might have been on number 17 McKnight or number 54, I believe, on that play, Nicholas D'Amico. So could have been anyone on this Passaic Valley defense.
So Wayne Hills back to 2nd and 8 now. They put 2 guys in the backfield with DeVera. Looks like Ruby is in. DeVera looks to the left, has his receiver. It's Jaron Hayek cutting to the middle of the field off the screen, able to fight for the first down. So Jaron Hayek, a gain of 10 yards, and Wayne Hills moves the chain.
Good job by Hayek getting the first down, his first reception on the night. Him too, stealing the show from both of his brothers, doing a good job. So all around great job by all the Wayne Hills receivers. And now everyone in the stands, the cheerleaders, the band is all getting into this game right now.
Jaron listed at 6 foot, 160 pounds. He'll fill out and be another Hayek star here at Wayne Hills. Just a sophomore, has had some playing time on special teams this year, and he's played a little bit on offense too. DeVera looking right, pressure coming, goes deep, and touchdown! What a throw! Brendan DeVera hitting Hunter Hayek. His first official catch goes for 6, and Wayne Hills opens up a 30-6 lead.
So let's hope, for Hunter Hayek's sake, this pass isn't turned over like the last 2 for him.
I don't see any yellow on the field, so I think he's good this time. 3rd time the charm for Hunter Hayek. What a throw from DeVera on the run, 35 yards downfield, able to connect with his number 1 target.
So now Dario Cerny lines up for, I believe, his 5th field goal on the game today, so let's see if he can make another one.
Looking to make it 31-6. Hold is good. Kick is good. Well, Hunter Hayek will likely have his stretch of 4 consecutive 100-yard games ended, but that touchdown catch makes it 6 games in a row with a touchdown reception for Hunter Hayek. So having a monster senior year, does have a couple Division I offers on the table. His brother Tyler is headed to Rutgers to play safety. We've seen Tyler make a number of catches tonight. Hunter still making his college decision, deciding between a few different schools.
Yeah, I spoke to Hunter the other day. He was telling me that he's being looked at by Stony Brook, Naval Academy, and also Fordham. So I believe his first choice right now is Fordham, but it all depends on what kind of academic and scholarship offers they give him. But he's an extremely talented player that any program would be lucky to have.
The amazing thing about some of these guys is that they could probably play on both sides of the ball at the Division I level. Tyler, Hunter, and I think Brendan DeVera could probably be contributors, if not stars, at the lower level Division I level. So we'll see how their college careers pan out. But so much talent, a lot of speed, and just sheer athleticism from all those guys. And they've certainly made their presence felt tonight. This will probably be the best win of the year for Wayne Hills when it's all said and done. They've beaten some other winning programs this year, but they have not had a blowout against a capable team this year. All of their wins against winning teams have come by 7 points or less. So this is going to be their first blowout win against a winning team, as a good return that time from PV gets the ball across the 30, and that's where they'll begin.
So now after this game tonight, with 9 minutes left in the game, Wayne Hills is up by four touchdowns for Wayne Hills. And so leading up into the next few games, Wayne Valley, Irvington, this gives them huge momentum. Wayne Valley team that is, I believe, 5-1, The only loss was to Irvington, so Irvington is the team we play after. So right now it's the momentum they need and teams leading in power points.
Wayne Hills' next two opponents, a combined 12-1 on the season. Irvington is undefeated, so it doesn't get any easier after this. And then after those two opponents, Wayne Hills has the playoffs ahead of them. So this is probably the weakest opponent they're going to see for the rest of the year, even though PV is 5-2. So the cupcake is done with for Wayne Hills. Running play to the left, gain of 1, maybe 2. I mean, we saw a 56-0 debacle with Milburn a couple weeks ago. Nothing like that the rest of the year.
No, unless Wayne, I don't foresee that happening. Just like John saying, a 56-0 win against Milburn. Wayne Valley's a great competitive team that has had a lot of wins. Irvington is undefeated so far. So how about we take a look at right now in power points, like we talked about before. Wayne Hills is in 4th, even though they're 1st. So it's Wayne Valley's leading, even though we are ranked higher than by NewJersey.com in football.
So we were talking about it in the Matt, that this is what matters. The rankings don't really matter. It's just people's opinions. This is the computer system that ranks the teams and gets the seeding set for the playoffs. So if the season ended before today, Wayne Hills would be the 4 seed. Passaic Valley would be the 7 seed. The top 8 make the postseason. This loss will likely drop Passaic Valley in the postseason picture, and Wayne Hills will likely jump at least one team, if not 2. And if Wayne Hills can win at least one, if not both of the next 2 games, they will be having home field advantage for at least 1, if not 2 rounds of the playoffs. There's another running play up the middle, a loss of 2, but a flag flies after the. So those are important numbers right there. Right now the teams ready to jump Passaic Valley are Randolph and Roxbury. Both of them at 53 and 52 power points respectively. And so if those teams come away with a win tonight, there's a good chance they would pass the Hornets for one of the playoff spots in Group 4, as they call a flag after the play against Wayne Hills, which will give PV a first down.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of these flags going on tonight, whether it's against Wayne Hills or PV. Although this game is pretty one-sided, Passaic Valley only putting up 1 score. There's been a lot of field positioning changed, like on that one play for Passaic Valley when they had 3rd down and around 45. So it's a very, very physical game I was talking about before.
Yeah, I think this is the most flags we've seen in any game this year. Probably more against Wayne Hill, something they'll look to clean up in their preparation for Valley. Here's a handoff to the left side. Good fight there from Abdi, who's able to fall forward for 3.
You know, like John, you were just saying before, Wayne Hills has had the majority of the penalties, and even though they probably will come out with this win with a 4-touchdown lead, Coach Demikoff is a perfectionist and will not let that go unnoticed for the Wayne Hills. Practices will be very hard for them this week, leading up into the big week next week.
Well, like we said, it doesn't get any easier, so all of these little things will be more significant against better opponents. They have a 6-1 team, a rival, and then a 6-0 team before hitting the postseason schedule. So little things cannot happen after this week. Little mistakes, that is. High formation, they're going to let Watkins throw it this time. Goes to the right, to Vera all over it. And it's going to be incomplete.
Good tackle there and force of the incompletion by Brennan DeVera, who is not only the quarterback leading the team in touchdowns, also leads the team in tackles. So great player right there, defense and offense, going to college to play linebacker.
At New Hampshire, 47 tackles coming into the day for DeVera. And so 3rd and long coming for the Hornets. On their side, they'll have to go back to the board to try and make the postseason. Again, this is a team that, even with 5 wins, a successful season after just a 1-win season a year ago. They have a former NFL coach at the helm in Chet Parlavecchio. And their program is looking up. Their coach said that they've hit the weights hard. They've worked very hard in the offseason to gain size and strength, and that this program is on the rise, and their record certainly indicates that. They will fall to 5-3 today, and they have some tough opponents coming. Toss to the left. This is number 8, Sean Benford on the carry, and a gain of 1, and it'll bring up 4th down. After this game, Passaic Valley goes to Irvington. That'll be a tough game. So Irvington's next 2 games are against these 2 teams, PV and Wayne Hills. And to round out the season, the Hornets will get Milburn, which should end their season on a high note if they don't make the postseason. But that Irvington game becomes do or die for the Hornets. They're going to need that win to get into the Group 4 playoffs. And if they get it, they'll be moving on past Milburn. If not, they'll have one final game in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so after this loss, John, for Passaic Valley, beating Irvington is consequential because if they don't, then they have no chance of making the playoffs. But if they do, then they will be able to jump in the PowerPoint rankings because of the fact that Irvington is top 2 in the PowerPoints in Group 4 North Jersey.
So the strength of schedule comes into play there for PV. They're not going to get the points for Milburn that they would for beating Wayne Hills or Irvington. This is a good punt. Inside the 20, going to go out of bounds there. But they've had some big-time struggles tonight in the punting game, and it looks like they gave Watkins a chance there. And he knocks it out of bounds at the Wayne Hills 18. So a good punt there inside the 20.
So now with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, Wayne Hills is not going to be looking for huge gains here because up by 4 touchdowns, there's no reason. They don't need another one here. So they're just going to kind of run the clock down and milk the time left and not let Passaic Valley get the ball back and give them an opportunity to score.
And it looks like we're going to see some faces into the game now as well. Looks like Chris Pusterla has come into play tight end.
And I see sophomore, number 29, Joe Mangelli, who's also a very fast player and a great running back for this team.
And DeVera is out of the game as well. JP Lemchak at quarterback hands off or flips to Mangelli, who is able to get a couple of yards there. Joe Mangelli, 5'6" sophomore, has 17 carries on the season, 116 yards. 5 carries for 21 yards 2 weeks ago against Passaic Valley. So he is their late game guy in these blowouts. As the quarterback is actually Jaron Hayek, not Lemchak. But both of them have split duties at quarterback. Here's another running play up the middle. Wayne Hills gets 1 or 2. It's Mangelli with his second straight rush. Clock ticking under 6 minutes to play in the game.
So now everyone at home can see, but on the close side of the cameras, number 24, Tyler DeVera, Brendan's younger brother, who has also had some varsity time this year, being one of the best players for the JV team. Next year will be a huge part of this Wayne Hills offense.
So you're used to the DeVera to Hayek connection. Now we can have the Hayek to DeVera connection, and it's fresh set of faces. Jaron's going to keep it. He's not going to get the first down, a gain of maybe 4. And Wayne Hills will have to punt here on 4th and 4 with the clock ticking down to 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Wayne Hills knows just how important their skill players are, and even though this is big of a blowout, as some other games we've seen this year, they are not going to take any chances with Brendan DeVera in the receiving corps.
Any injury to any of those players would really hurt their playoff chances in the season to go really deep.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jared. And then next year, once they graduate, it'll be a huge change for the Wayne Hills offense and defense without their star seniors.
And a beautiful punt from DeVera. Gets a big bounce all the way inside the 10. Well, you saw what Brendan DeVera did. He kicked it, and then he watched it, and then he was running backwards towards his own end zone to avoid sort of contact whatsoever. And so he remains healthy after a beautiful punt. Will be down at the 8-yard line. That's better than a 50-yard punt from Brendan DeVera. Again, Wayne Hills special teams, very solid.
Yeah, talk about Brendan DeVera's punting. In gym class last year as a junior, I saw that kid with Timberlands on, big punt the ball 65 yards on this football field. So he's such a talent at every position on this field, and I'm not surprised how far that ball went.
Yeah, but that's the steel toe Timberlands, right? Maybe. I think they're automatically made with something pretty firm up front there, but kid can kick it, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know I can't kick it that far, and most people can't, even if I have a steel boot on.
It's interesting he kicks left-footed as well because he obviously throws right-handed.
Yeah, that's something that just shows, like, when someone is ambidextrous like that, it just shows, like, how athletic they actually are because they're able to use both sides of their body at the same amount. which is very impressive no matter what sport or what you're doing.
I would love to know how he started kicking with his left foot as they give it to the right side this time. Short gain there for PV. It's got to be one of those things where you're just more comfortable that way, and you just start kicking that way, and you feel comfortable, and all of a sudden the ball's taken up, and you just go with it. Well, we'll talk to him and figure that one out.
So now the Wayne Hills defense is putting in some even more fresh faces. Number 61, Joe Rondi, who is a lineman, sophomore. Then they're throwing in also Connor Tarpey, another sophomore, who's also a lineman who's 6 foot, 210 pounds. Two very big sophomores. Also, two players that'll be key parts next season for this offensive and defensive team.
So inside of 4 minutes remaining, looks like PV is content to run the football and get this game over with. Although this time they're going to throw. Watkins goes over the middle and it's dropped. Had Abdi open, and a beautiful throw from Watkins from his own end zone, able to lob it on target over the defender. But Abdi unable to bring it in, and it's an incomplete pass, 3rd and long.
Looks like the Passaic Valley team is also just trying to get this game over with. They know that right now there's no coming back from this 4-touchdown lead of Wayne Hills. So they're going to just get rid of time as fast as they can, just like the Wayne Hills offense would.
So second teamers in there right now for the Patriots. See Hunter Goldberg in there. Looks like number 6, Anthony Cuso into play, as well as Jaron Hayek. You guys mentioned Connor Tarpey. Watkins going to throw again, looking deep this time. Airs one out, a beautiful spiral, but it's a little too far. Intended for number 86, Liam Huff, on a long passing play.
Good coverage there by sophomore number 10, Louis Degatti, who's also a fresh face. He's only listed about 5'6". Not sure if he's that tall, but still very talented player. That kid works so hard. He's in the weight room every single day. His dad owns a personal training facility, so he's working there every time with him too.
PV going to have to punt on 4th and 10. They do run Grave out there, along with Jaron Hayek. Wayne Hills will likely start in plus territory after this kick. 3:33 to play in the game. And the punt is a low line drive. They're going to let it bounce. And it takes a PV bounce. Wayne Hills will not start in plus territory. Going to be touched up at the Patriot 45. So back-to-back 50-yard punts or so. That one a little bit just under 50 yards. DeVera's was over 50 yards, but a beautiful kick that time from the Hornets. And Wayne Hills will have it at their own 45. And we'll see who they run out there at quarterback. It looks like Jaron Hayek is going to stay in.
So now 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game. The Wayne Hills team is just trying to get the game over with and let the clock run out. So I don't see them going for a big play here right now.
They do have 3 receivers in. They're going to run an option to the right. Jaron Hayek is going to keep it. Gets a good lead block from number 29. That was Mangelli, the running back, getting out there and getting his nose dirty. It's going to be an 11-yard run for Jaron Hayek, and Wayne Hills has a first down.
Yeah, like you were saying, Mangelli's getting out there. He's also one of the smaller players on the team, like Louis Degatti, listed about only 5'5", I believe, 5'6", who's also one of the hardest working players I've ever seen at any place. So he's a great athlete as well as Louis Degatti.
Anthony Puntalillo in there at fullback. 3 receivers again for Jaron Hayek. PV rushes 6. He's able to sidestep one guy, spins off another tackle, and Jaron Hayek showing some strength, getting inside the PV 4 all the way down to the 37. So if you're Wayne Hills, this is really all you can ask for from your second teamers, not just going through the motions, but showing some extra effort.
Yeah, games like these are really important at the high school level because not only is the first team getting a lot of confidence from really beating the other team, but you're also getting your second stringers in there and really getting a look at the future.
Yeah, this year's second stringers are going to be next year's starters, so times like this where they get the opportunity to play at the varsity level and compete are good for them.
Hand off to Mangelli. Can't get off the tackle of Abdi, and he falls forward close to the sticks. A gain of about 4, And Wayne Hills is going to get the first down. They mark it at the 34, and so the chains will move with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the game. So it looks like they will have to run a couple more plays before taking a knee.
Clock is running down to about 2 minutes right now. Wayne Hills is trying to let it go down. Then they'll knee the ball and let the clock run down and end this game.
Jaron Hayek in the gun again, going to run to the left. Mongelli leading the way again. Jaron shakes one guy and then met at the line of scrimmage. So Jaron Hayek running laterally there, burns time, and then falls down inbounds to keep the clock moving at 1:45 to play. It's going to be 2nd and 10. So guys, looking forward to this Wayne Hills schedule. Big game against Wayne Valley. What do you know about the Indians, and what does a rivalry game like that, what kind of challenge does that present?
Well, what do I know about Wayne Valley? They're a really very competitive team. They work just as hard, if not, I wouldn't say it, maybe not as hard as Wayne Hills, but their leading scorer this year is Joe Scancarello, a senior, who last year didn't actually play that much. And this year he's really being a huge impact for this team and showing his talent for the Wayne Valley offense.
Mongelli fall forward for a gain of about 7 yards that time, maybe 8. So a good run there from him, but pedal to the metal, Jared. This is the important part of the schedule coming up.
Oh, for sure, especially against a rival. It's really big, not only to get the win for the win column, the standings, you also want to get bragging rights, and that's definitely play into the momentum going into the playoffs.
Mongelli again has a big hole, goes up the middle, and gets inside the PV 15. That'll end the game with 40 seconds to go. A first down. Wayne Hills can sit on it, but Mongelli, again, a handful of carries, able to show his explosiveness. And now the victory formation. Starters will come back in to take a knee. But you're right, bragging rights to these players, sometimes just as important as that win in the standings. Wayne Hills pretty much clinching a playoff spot with this victory here tonight. But they expect to win the next 2 games despite playing a 6-1 Wayne Valley team and a 6-0 Arlington team. So Wayne Hills one more snap away from sealing their 6th victory of the year. DeVera takes a knee, and that'll do it. Wayne Hills a convincing 31-6 victory over the Passaic Valley Hornets tonight from Patriot Stadium. Great performance all around. Not as many points as the last few weeks. Wayne Hills has scored at least 34 points the last 4 weeks. They didn't get to that total tonight, but enough offense against a PV team that didn't quite have enough at the end of the day.
So, as you guys can see, 31-6 victory for Wayne Hills. Great job done by both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Huge defenders like Tyler Costello playing a huge part. Brennan DeVera throwing 3 touchdowns. So great job overall by the Wayne Hills team.
Yeah, for sure. Play on both sides of the field. Really good, very encouraging. Some big plays on defense and offense, and really looking forward to next week to see what's going to happen against Valley.
Well, big games coming up. We'll have the broadcast here on Wayne Hills TV. Wayne Valley next Friday night at 7, and then here on November 4th against Irvington, the final 2 regular season games for number 1 Wayne Hills before they march on to the postseason. Brendan DeVera, 3 more passing touchdowns tonight. That gets him to an even 20 touchdowns through the first 7 games of the season through the air, 5 on the ground as well. He continues to play well and get better every single week, which is the important thing as Wayne Hills leaves their home field victorious tonight over the Passaic Valley Indians by a final score of 31-6. We couldn't bring you this broadcast without our dedicated crew here today. Alec Oppenheimer and Josh Kashmann in the trailer, along with Mr. Hookstraight, Adam Laczko, Yousif, Shamil on camera. They did a great job tonight as well as the Wayne Hills TV crew wrapping up a 31-6 victory for the home team as the Patriots march on to Wayne Valley next week with a 6-1 mark. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching tonight, and we'll see you next week at Wayne Valley.